Welcome to the Penumbral Pact 1 Ghostbound. So, before we get started, let's get some very quick character introductions, and I'll just go down the list here. Feliana the Divine.
Hello, um, I'm Feliana. I was summoned by a desperate plea for help, but my actual mission is definitely to aid the end of the world and finally coming about. I'm not sure why the person who summoned me doesn't want much to do with me after that original summoning, but I will help wherever I can. I mean, the end doesn't need to be a horrible end.
Right. Good, good stuff. Next up is Ivory the Hex.
Hello, I am Ivory Duckett. I just came out of the woods. Um, and I spent, I don't know, I lost track of how many years it was there, uh, practicing my sleight of hand, and oh yeah, the fact that I can do magic with tarot cards. That's a thing.
Very handy to have. All right, next up we've got Ash the Crooked.
Hi guys, playing Ash Martin's the Crooked. I am a thief. I can break into anything that you need me to break into. You can call my business line at 1-800-GET-ROBBED. Again, that is 1-800-GET-ROBBED. Feel free to
Nice.
contact me at any
I
time.
love that we made
Additionally,
that canon.
I may have sold my soul to the devil, but that's like a backwater thing. Don't worry about it.
All right, next up we've got Shane the Spooky.
Uh, hey guys, I'm Shane. A long time ago, I read this book, and it ended up giving me these crazy powers. I didn't really understand them, but I don't know. I've been on the run for a long time, just going from town to town, and now I guess I've fallen in with a bunch of monster hunters. I mean, makes sense given the circumstances, but doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me yet.
But are you the monster? Ah, we shall see. Next up is Chloe the Professional.
All right, hi guys. I am Chloe. Um, Chloe has always been very interested in the paranormal. As a kid, she sort of like hacked the government informational systems just to kind of see what was really going on. Leading to that, she did get kind of recruited right out of high school, and now she is working for a government agency. But most of the characters are just going to think that she's like an independent researcher gathering supernormal activity
Oh
information.
boy, that sounds like that's no cause for concern, right? Hmm.
No, not at all.
All right, so as you guys should be able to see over to the right, you can roll dice via your character sheet, or you can do it with the following dice roller command. And one thing that's really important when I call for checks, they're one per party overall. So it's not like everybody's going to be rolling, all over the place. So, don't jump the gun. Make sure that you guys come to a consensus on who will make the attempt. And if anyone wants to roll assistance first. Assistance won't always make sense all the time because sometimes it can be a case of too many cooks in the kitchen, but you know we'll see how that goes. Also, too, do remember that this is a very role play focused campaign, and so give me one second. My cat just jumped on the keyboard. Tiger, get down. Um, so I really encourage you guys to add some flavor when there are moves being done. Whenever there's, you know, obviously you can name the moves. For the keepers, we're encouraged not to name our moves, but you guys, it makes sense. So you can say, I'm doing an investigate mystery roll, whatever. But after you say that, make sure to add just a little bit of flavor to it, and it'll get easier with time if you're newer to tabletop roleplay. I know that we've got kind of a spread of experience here, but newcomers are always welcome. So with that, um, this is a little bit different from the standard Monster of the Week campaign because we've got a little meta campaign going. So we're not doing the standard round robin history connection. However, with the people who are here, I would like you guys to either mention one connection that you've already made with a character that's on the board here, or if you haven't, if you can think of one. And if you can't think of one, no worries. But starting off with Feliana. Oh, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Feliana.
Oh, I think she's muted.
All right, we'll circle back to Feliana. Next is Ivory.
So I didn't have a whole lot in mind for Ivory's personal connections, considering he's, been in the woods for a few years. However, I think I had talked with Chloe about her organization, and specifically her, is kind of what brought me out of the woods, considering they had like reports of a surge of magical energy coming from some point in the woods, and they just found some kid in a cabin methodically drawing tarot cards and
Okay,
seeing what would happen.
that's a good connection. Good to know. Next up, Ash.
Okay,
Sorry
sorry.
about that.
Oh, no worries. Now that Feliana's back, actually, let's circle back to Feliana. So, a connection with someone already established here, or a new one with someone on the board.
Can I would love to sit out one more so I can look at my character sheet actually
Oh,
for that.
sure. Okay. Ash.
Back. Okay. I'm back. So yeah, Ash probably has some history with Shane because I mean they hang out at the same bar
Mhm.
a lot, and
And what's the name of
Ash
that
is-
bar?
don't
The Bleeding Heart.
Yes.
The Bleeding Heart. Yeah, that one. I said that totally, absolutely. I didn't forget. I promise. And since Shane is the dishwasher there, and Ash often sleeps there because no one else can stand her company, I feel like she and Shane often are just close, just because of proximity and time, pretty much.
Good stuff. All right,
For sure.
Shane.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of history with both Ash and Chloe because they both have been into the bar while I've been working. And yeah, that's kind of the extent of it. I mean, I'm pretty reclusive when I can be, but we've done some socializing and hanging out.
Okay, sounds good. And Feliana, what we'll do, we can do you last so you've got time. Chloe, if you're ready.
So yeah, Ivory and I have the connection. I was sent out to investigate him because we did notice like some weird magical spikes. If Ash is okay with it too, I would even say that like maybe I've been sent to deal with Ash before. Like maybe years and years ago, whenever she was doing some kind of criminal activities, I had to go. She was doing something maybe like magical or with a lot of magical people, and I was investigating them, and she was there.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah, that
she's
absolutely fits with Ash
Yeah.
getting her nose into all sorts of magical shenanigans.
and
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is that Chloe reported that back to her agency. Yeah.
Yes, she would have.
All right. So Ash is a known player on the chessboard of the agency. We'll see how
Ash is
that
a
pans
known
out.
nuisance on the board.
Yeah.
It's a two-way street, Chloe. I will rob your agency for their artifacts.
Oh, no.
That's fine. We'll deal
It's
with it when
begun.
that happens.
Yeah. All right, Feliana.
So, stuff that would particularly offer itself would be, for example, protecting another hunter as my mission because they have a crucial role in what is to come. And I'm not completely sure. Is Joshua available? for these things, or should I only go with the other players?
So actually, yeah, sure you can talk about that. And it's Joshua, but yeah, I know that in Germany it would be Joshua.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it's no worries. And maybe she does call him Joshua.
Yeah, maybe. um, yeah, then Feliana is definitely completely convinced that quote unquote Joshua is important to the end of the world, and that is totally why she needs to help and protect him, which is probably not what he wants to hear.
Well, you guys know about Joshua and fire and burning monsters, so that sounds right up his alley. Let him burn. All right, so I guess I should say for viewers, Joshua is my character since this is a multi-keeper campaign, and he is Joshua Benton of the Benton family. They are a Canadian hunter family, very prominent, and they are known for taking a particularly hard line against monsters. However, they are pragmatic and they will work with allied monsters, but Joshua is not fond of them and sees them as an unfortunate necessity. On that note, we will go into the adventure. So, some of you guys were in a little combat practice that actually turned into something with the role play that you guys provided. So, we named that Widow's Moon, and it was a werewolf hunt in Canada. So, you guys are actually kind of close to where the Bentons actually are, and you see this. All right. Each of your phones light up. The text message states, "You were invited to the Benton estate. The guards have been provided with your identities. All are welcome, including those for whom our reputation sometimes gives pause. Please make haste. It is of the utmost importance. B. Benton." All right. How do you guys react to that?
Chloe is ecstatic. She's heard about the Bentons. She's always wanted to meet them, and she just cannot wait.
Um, how does Feliana have a phone? Did Azar maybe give it to her?
Oh, if you don't have a phone, then you don't have a phone. But maybe, you see like, oh, what's that? And you're looking over Chloe's shoulder, maybe?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Would any of you like to have hung out with Feliana right before this?
We could all be at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
We all get a text message at the exact same time. We all immediately look at our phone and we go, "Oh, god damn it, the Bentons."
All the regular patrons of the bar are like, "What?"
Feliana is like,
Text at the same time.
Feliana is completely delighted, like, oh, Joshua's family, of course.
Ivory is definitely concerned because he hasn't given his phone number out to anyone in years.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, how did these people get my phone number? How
Yeah,
do they know who I am? Who are they?
They've got skills.
Yeah, Shane's in a pretty similar boat, and he's like, he probably he probably assumes that Azra signed him up for this to test him or something.
Yep, that makes sense. So, one thing, Shane and Joshua have not a lot of history, but Joshua has been to the Bleeding Heart, and he's
True.
never treated Shane very well. It was one of those moments where Azra introduced them, and Shane may have tried to stick out his hand for a shake, and Joshua just completely ignored it and walked by. So he's one of those things. It's not really clear why. Maybe he's just. Well, actually, I'm curious. What does Shane think the reason why is?
I think it's become pretty clear to Shane that even though he's becoming acclimated to this group of like paranormal people and like this new world of powers and monsters and whatever, even though you might assume that would be inclusive for him, he's realizing he's been attacked at the bar by hunters, and Joshua has been very standoffish to him. So I think that yeah, he sees the Benton name after having interacted only with Joshua Benton, and he's pretty worried about just the scenario in general.
All right, that makes sense. All right, anything you guys want to discuss before you head over to the Benton estate?
Ivory kind of sheepishly looks around and is, who who are the who are the Bentons?
Oh, they are wonderful monster hunters.
You are in for a treat.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're not the nicest people, as far as I know.
But
All
they
right.
get shit done. All right, so
I mean, you don't know them as well as I do. No.
all right, so you guys get your plane tickets, head over to Canada. All that stuff is amazingly smooth. Maybe Chloe had something to do with that. Who knows? But as you near the estate entrance, you can hear the music of Vivaldi echoing from within. Your IDs are checked, then you're escorted down a long stone hallway. Several small gems of various colors are set into the wall and pulse softly as you pass.
Feliana stops to marvel at the gems. She likes gems.
You can definitely sense some magic in them, but it doesn't seem to be malevolent, as far as you can tell.
Very nice.
As you enter the office, the head of the Benton family greets each of you in turn. Hello, I'm Bernadette Benton. Thank you for coming. As you take a seat in front of the immense mahogany desk that dominates the room, she continues. Thank you for visiting on such short notice. My grandson Joshua has gone missing along with fellow hunters Chelsea Reed and Gino Cicciarone, independent contractors from Great Britain and Italy respectively. Joshua was tasked with evaluating their potential as Benton employees. For this job, we did identify them as Benton hunters, but that was still in doubt. Unfortunately, we lost contact 3 days ago while the three were investigating a possible haunting in Camden, Maine. Immediate family is indisposed at the moment. However, when I heard that Azur Himes had some new associates near Canada, I reached out despite his history with my family. So, how do you guys respond to that?
Feliana looks almost a little bit nervous and responds, "Oh no, I absolutely must help him."
Ivory, keeping in mind that he's not very good at these kinds of things, is like trying to figure out, like watching Bernadette as she talks about Azra, I think. Just because he's, outside of these people, the most well-respected person in the supernatural community that he's met, and he's trying to figure out if she holds any towards him, just like from facial, or amity, I guess is the word. Just from like facial expressions or body language, but he's probably not very good at it.
Oh, no worries. She has a very placid look on her face. You can tell that she's definitely worried about her grandson. And, yeah. Actually, she maybe notices that you are looking at her. And she says, I'm not sure how much Azra has told you about his history with the Bentons. Without him present, I probably should not go into too much detail, but I'll say this. Finding Joshua will do much to heal old wounds, especially since you're associates of Azra.
Excuse me, Miss. I think I might have something I can do to help right now, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Yes, what can you do?
Well, I don't know. You probably know this. I feel dumb saying it out loud, but I've got some like abilities or whatever. I can like locate people by concentrating on my mind powers. So maybe that can help right off the bat. Give us a direction to go.
Certainly. I'm open to anything to find my grandson.
I could potentially help as well. I can do things similarly, though through a much more limited conduct.
Sure, this sounds like this is one of Shane's spooky moves, though. Yes?
Yes. Yeah, I have an ability called Tune In. It does say monster or minion, but I was wondering if it might also apply to who we're looking for here, especially since I've seen Joshua before.
It is
In
also.
some circles, Joshua is a monster.
It is also. I have
Nice.
a hex move called Cast the Bones. Sorry. And I can, once per mystery, I can do a divination to gain future information.
Okay. So, sure. Let's see those rolls. Let's see the results, and we can both do them independently. But it's kind of like you guys are, pulling paranormal information together.
Cool.
I forgot that my sharp was 0.
All right. So, is there something very specific that it says for 7 through 9?
For 7 through 9, hold 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same for hold 1.
All right. So, how would you guys like to use those holds, or do you feel like you need to be closer to get a better idea of what's going on?
Yeah, it might make sense to get closer.
Because
Yeah.
I'm just saying that in terms of it's a hold, so you don't have to wait, but information may change depending on proximity.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I will I will save my Cast the Bones hold.
All right, so what do you say to Bernadette?
Things seem favorable in the cards, but fate is odd, as people in your profession probably know.
Yes, absolutely.
We shall see what the future holds.
Well, no time like the present. We Bentons pay well for those who keep the peace and uphold the tenets of the Penumbral Pact. Bring my grandson back home safely, and I foresee lucrative contracts in your collective future.
Quick,
Liliana looks utterly confused by that.
quick question, Mrs. Benton. Do you have a case folder or case file on what they were hunting and why? That would be good to have. Additionally, his last known whereabouts. If you have GPS coordinates, that'd be preferable. Otherwise, I'm always down for a lucrative contract.
So, unfortunately, we don't have a case file on Camden, Maine. We were very surprised to hear rumors of a ghost haunting there.
Ghost hunting.
Haunting.
That's rough. All right. Ash, while Miss Benton is talking, pulls out her Canadian, and her American, burner phones that she uses to contact the supernatural people in the community,
Mhm.
and she'll basically text Joshua on both, just with a "you good?" question mark, and send them to him to see if he responds. Like, it's a shot in the dark, but as far as Ash is concerned, no risk, no glory. Like,
This is great.
Now see here, Bernadette may be old, but she knows how to text. So she certainly she sent a text to her grandson already.
well,
There's
does
no-
he respond?
There's
to me?
no
I don't know.
response, no, unfortunately.
I think Josh forgot how to use his cell phone, but okay. All right. Well, Camden, Maine. That's a little ways out of the way. I'm going to assume we have free airfare.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
Okay, excellent. Um, so Ash will kind of look at Shane and Ivory. Did you two weirdos pick up on anything?
Where's
I felt something out there, but until we get closer, it's hard to really tell, anything else.
Shay may have felt something spooky.
I mean,
Uh,
again, fate. The whims of fate are strange, but something is happening.
don't
Hmm.
give me
Also,
that tarot card nonsense, Ivory.
that, Ash, this tarot card nonsense is what I do.
So, any questions about the people that Joshua is basically, evaluating for Ben Hunterhood?
Yeah, what can they do?
All right,
What are they
so
capable of?
Chelsea Reed of Great Britain, she is a mage of no small ability. Uh, Very well versed in protection magic and something that Joshua himself has been working on. Gino is a very skilled tracker of both the mundane and the paranormal with his dog Brutus, a very special bloodhound. We don't know much else about them, just that they are good at what they do and have successfully led hunts in the past in Europe, and seemed, at least on paper, as valuable additions to the Benton name.
And pardon my uh ignorance. I suppose I'm very new to this. Is the Penumbral Pact a worldwide thing?
Oh, so just out of character, yes. So this was
Okay.
signed centuries ago. It's not like you guys or anyone here on the screen signed it. Who knows, though, with Bernadette. But it was something that was signed by all the major powers, supernatural and mortal, where prominent hunter families like the Bentons and the Lacroix, uh, a vampire court or two, werewolf tribes, the High Coven of Witches, and basically stated that the war that had been going on between all of them would end and that the supernatural would not be revealed to the world at large. Why that was done, um, not really sure. It's kind of been lost to time. It's just at this point in time, it's just the status quo. It's how it's always been. But obviously, not everyone might be happy with that, but we'll see. But yes, it is worldwide.
Okay. Thank you for that information. It is nice to have.
Do you know their first point of contact while running this mission at Camden, Maine?
Oh, it was Joshua. He met them there.
Okay, well that doesn't. Damn it, Josh. Do you know Josh's point of interest prior to Josh being there? Like, did he stop by a bar initially? Is there a group of hunters we can go talk to there? Is there anything worthwhile in Maine to go talk to?
Unfortunately, not that I know of. We don't have any contacts in Maine. Once again, it's not a place that we know of as having paranormal activity.
All right. All right, well, Ash just looks down at her phone and Googles the first bar she can find in Camden, Maine.
All right, yeah. So I'll let you figure that one out. But any other questions before you guys head over to Camden?
You're better at this investigation stuff than I am. I just break into buildings.
Anyone?
Um. uh. You know what? I'm gonna spend my hold. I think. Um. Using the contextual information from uh the tarot reading. I can ask and investigate a mystery question with the
Okay.
hold from Cast the Bones.
Okay.
What sort of creature is it?
So, that is a very good question.
Joshua's a person. Don't treat him like a monster, guys. Come on. That's just
Yeah,
why
you're
he's
gonna have
so
to be
mad
a
at us
little
all
bit
the
more
time.
specific in terms of the question here.
What they what they were hunting specifically. What sort of creature is that? If the cards have any sort of um,
You do see billowy, wispy cloth, transparent, translucent, and this like very sad lament in the background.
so it is ghosts, more than likely.
So that's a lady in white.
That's not great.
Oh,
Lots and lots of salt, guys.
maybe I can reason with it. I mean, it is a creature of death.
Yeah, quite possibly. Oh, by the way, I should probably say, does everyone get the reference with the penumbral pact? Are you familiar with penumbral?
I
Uh,
am not.
So
I
So,
I just thought of that because it's not a common word, but it's actually when you have an eclipse, the umbra is the massive darkness. That's when you're in the full eclipse. The penumbra is actually the when the sun starts to peek out, just like the little campaign poster I made. So
Mm.
that is the reference. It is the region when there's an eclipse where there's both light and dark.
oh, nice.
And on that note, let's head to Camden, Maine. Oh, and by the way, I let you guys take control of your tokens, so anytime you feel like you want to have your character on the board, you can just drag and drop on the name and plop them down on the board.
Ah,
Cool.
All right, so you get to Camden, Maine. The coast of Maine is renowned for its beautiful rocky coast and offshore islands, its lighthouses and lobsters, quiet white steepled villages, and fiery display of autumn leaves. Situated midway up the coast, the Camden-Lincolnville Rockport area has been dubbed the jewel of the Maine coast, and the largest town at the center of it, Camden, where the mountain meets the sea. Truly one of New England's most picturesque coastal towns, Camden is a rare village hosting both incredible ocean and lake access, as well as one of the state's greatest forest parks. So maybe this is what is like playing on the plane, as you're coming in. So it's, the whole Camden tourist board, this is what you'll find in Camden, that sort of thing. Ash had mentioned a bar. So Ash, what's the name of this bar that you found?
Don't put me on the spotlight this time. Don't. Why you do this? It is it's called Mermaid's Hold. It's a tavern right by. It's kind of like a tourist trap area right by the ocean front.
Okay.
But it was the closest bar to the airport, which is Ash's priority, since she literally has no care for the costs of things. So, yeah.
All right, so tourist trap, is it tourist trap higher end, tourist trap not so much?
It's meant to hit that lower middle income. So like drinks are expensive, but they're also kind of watered down.
All right,
And
so
it's got a Jimmy Buffett theme going hard, like all boat stuff,
no.
and then Margaritaville playing heavily in the background.
well, I
Oh,
will say
Shane hates
this.
that.
That means
Check out
it's
the knockoff Margaritaville.
that does mean it's a place that Joshua definitely would not have been in. So that's one thing about Joshua. His family is very rich. He is used to the finer things in life. But who knows what you might find here? So, what do you guys
So
do?
we need to
Like,
find a wine bar.
I immediately Google hipster bars in the area.
Okay, yeah, a few pop up. This is actually a kind of hoity-toity town. It was actually a surprise that you found a place like Mermaid's Hold. But yeah, so maybe there's like a wine tasting bar or something that you go to. Oh, and by the way, now that you're in Camden, did you want to use your hold?
Yeah, I would. I would, especially when we're in the Jimmy Buffett bar. I would put my headphones on and
Especially
kind of
around the
like
Jimmy Buffett bar.
I would start concentrating on my music, and at that point I would use my hold to ask, uh, where is the creature? The creature being Joshua. Where is he right now?
Okay, so you do get a fix, but something is wrong. Something is very wrong. You feel the chill of death like all upon you. I mean, maybe everyone
Shit.
else who's there, they can actually see like the hairs on your arm just like going up and goosebumps on your neck. Something is very wrong. So, what do you say to the group when you feel this?
Um, I open my eyes, put my headphones back down, and I'm like, guys, I don't know about this. I feel death wherever Joshua is. I feel death.
Joshua wouldn't be in a nice place. It's Joshua. He's a Benton.
All right,
But
so
also, death is not such a bad thing. Don't worry too much.
Maybe a
yes.
graveyard or something like that? I know that's kind of cliche for ghost haunting, but
Well, actually, I
it's
mean,
surrounded by death.
Shane, your move basically tells you where he is, right? How does that work?
Um, yeah, you can attune your mind to a monster or minion. Spend spend a hole to ask the keeper one of the questions. So yeah, the whole thing. It's tune in. I'm like supposed to be
All
trying
right.
to tune into him and his mind.
So you're kind of like the Bloodhound right now. So you're moving towards there. I guess you guys jump into a rented car or two, and well, it's five of you. You can probably all pack in. So yeah, you're moving on the way. You're heading through town, and as you're getting closer and closer, you're feeling worse and worse, Shane. Like something is just really, really wrong here. You even hear, you actually see Camden Police just hitting the accelerator. They are moving fast. They go zooming past you. Something's up. What is going on? And as Shane is giving directions, you see this in the distance.
I should mention at this point that the main screen did not change for me from the Penumbra Pact 1 Ghostbound screen.
Oh, that's weird. How about for the rest of you guys?
I,
Yeah, I've been
it's been changing
seeing
for me.
changes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you might
It's
need to reset, Feliana. Just
Okay.
literally just refresh the page.
Okay.
Also, I know that Chloe's currently having mic issues. Just thought I'd make sure you were aware of that, Tom. That
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
if there are some mic issues, Chloe, feel free to put in the chat, not Discord chat though. Actually, put it into the Roll20 chat if you want to jump in and we can't hear you. All right, so you see a burned out building, and oh, actually, I'll wait until Feliana gets back.
I'm back.
Okay, do you see the burned out building?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so there are police milling around, and you see crime tape being put up. So,
Well,
Feliana, this did that change for you just now?
Yeah.
Okay, and did music start for you?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. All I can say is that definitely watch the recording because there's music for all of these slides too.
Oh, bummer!
Yeah.
I'm not getting that either.
Really? Oh
I'm not sure
man, that is really too bad.
I'm not
It's
getting
great
it. It's
music.
my own fault, but because I have everything muted, I'll bump up the jukebox a little bit.
All right. Does anyone
Is
hear
that-
music?
Is that roll
I do.
20 settings or?
Yeah.
Let's see. My master music volume's up. That's a bummer. I don't know what's going on.
Oh no. So like no one's hearing all this music? Ah, well, you guys will
I heard. That's a funny thing. I heard the music up until I refreshed.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
I've had problems with sound on roll 20 before though. So.
That's really too bad. I will say this: you guys definitely should check out the recording because there's a lot of fun music that's going along with these.
I
So,
will.
but that's okay. But at least you guys can see stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arian can hear it. Arion. But anyway, so
I can hear it too.
oh, good. Who is that?
Ivory.
All right. Yeah, anyone who can't hear it, just do a one-time refresh real quick, and we'll see if that helps. If not, we won't worry about it.
I kind of so at this when I see the police, I'm like, I say to everyone else who's more experienced in this, I'm like, do like the police know about our? Do we work with the
Absolutely
police?
not. No.
How's
No
that
way.
Negatory, good sir.
I don't know.
I do not remember if I'm wanted in Maine. I cannot be seen here.
So yeah,
Okay.
So we go home now.
Negative. We have to break into the crime scene.
Ugh.
But
You guys do that. I'll take a different approach. If you don't mind, just make sure nobody looks into the trunk of the car as I scramble into it.
Filiana would like to walk up to the officer because she has heard that these humans are supposed to serve and protect, similar to herself, and she wonders if maybe he might like help her to serve and protect Joshua.
okay. So what kind of angle are you going with, though? Are you trying to manipulate his mind, or just trying to get a sense of what you're doing?
No, she's just going to kindly ask what happened here.
We can't get any details right at this moment. This is an active crime scene. Civilians, please stay on the other side of the police line. Do not cross.
Oh, but I am no civilian.
Badge? Who are you? Did the Fed send somebody?
She stands in front of him in her tattered dark red robe with like a hood and stares at him, completely confused. What do you mean?
Ma'am, the cosplay convention is down in Rockport. I think you're in the wrong town.
Ash is gonna jog up to where Felina is and like put an arm around her and be like, officer, I'm so sorry. This is my aunt Fifi. We're neighbors and she came out. I do apologize for her speaking such nonsense. We were she was just concerned for her neighbor's cats. We wanted to know if anything maybe came out of the fire. That was all. I do apologize for wasting your time here, sir.
It's true, I love cats.
I know, Aunt
Especially the
Fee.
strays.
Yes, I know. I know, Aunt Fee. just like light shoulder pads, like trying to be like, all right now, we really can't be caught here snooping. Come on now.
Filiana smiles brightly at Ash because, hey, Ash remembered that she likes cats. That is nice.
Oh, goodness gracious. I am so sorry, officer, for wasting your time here.
All right, so you guys have a lot of options. Now, just remember who your characters are, their abilities, and their roleplay. So let's get some ideas.
I actually have one right off the bat, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
I would like to use magic. I would like to watch what happened. There is an effect called Observe Another Place or Time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do like I settle into the back of the car, like the trunk, so I've got a flat space to work. I sit cross-legged and I draw my tarot deck and I start doing a very different kind of reading that channels the magic in a way where I see the past rather than the future.
Okay.
So let me roll for weird real quick. /roll 2d6 + 2. That is an 11.
All right. By the
Nice.
way, make sure that you guys update your names so that we can tell who's who when you're rolling.
Oh, of course.
And who was that?
That was Ivory Duckett.
Oh, okay. So, yes, you actually see the bloody bodies of Chelsea Reed, Gino Cicciarone, and you can see Joshua struggling, and someone slashes his throat. You just see this clawed hand, and he falls to the ground.
That's
Do watching this happen, can I do I have any like ability to look around as this is happening?
It's
Just kind
all
of like sweep the
so
room.
it's all so fast, and also, I'll give you this as a freebie because the roll was so high. There is some massive magic happening that happened around here that is on this site. Like, we're talking big magic, really big magic. So it's really obscuring, and the fact that you even saw this little bit is because you pierced through that veil.
It's still here.
It is.
Excellent. If I drew the magician at all during my reading, I'll take it up. If not, I will pull it out of the deck.
Okay.
And I will just kind of wave it in the air, and I have a move called Force of Will, and I'm going to attempt to get rid of that effect.
It can actually take out big magic. That's like big magic
I can
itself.
temporarily suspend it. It is the way it works is on a hit, momentary magics are canceled completely, and long-lasting spells and effects are suspended temporarily.
So let me put it this way, because once again, your roll was so high. This is like the magic that is here is like some sort of ritual magic that is keeping someone alive.
Oh, never mind.
Do not kill Joshua, please.
The way you worded it, I assumed it was like suppressing other magic in the area.
Oh, I mean, it is. It's just because it's like this massive wavelength happening here. That, well, actually, let me put it this way. It's like something that you've never seen before. So maybe it's not so much, it's slowing things down.
Would Chloe's agency have any info on any of the magical activity in this?
Oh, that's one thing that you also noticed. There have been no reports of magical paranormal activity in Camden, Maine until now. But, some of you may have dealt with the police in the past. Remember, you guys are hunters. You've had to deal with mundane police before, most likely, to get where you needed to go.
I was wondering, Ash will kind of try to gather a little powwow of like Chloe, Fee, and Shane, while Ivory is doing his thing. She's got Fee on the hook, but she'll try to gather Chloe and Shane and
Okay.
try to put together, like, get a little huddle going, like inside the car. Like, all right. So Chloe, is there any way you can? You're better with cops than I am. Is there any way you can talk your way past them? I'm working, oh, by the way, out of character, I'm working with the assumption that Ash does not know Chloe works for the government.
Yes.
So, but I presume Chloe has had some dealings with the cops in the past, like just good at talking to them because she knows cop speak. Whereas Ash is the opposite of cop speak. So, yeah, just putting that out there out of character. Back in character. Yeah, I was hoping you
Well,
could
again, out of character, Chloe could try, but she's definitely not going to say anything or do anything that would kind of out her as a government employee.
Well, don't forget, you're also, at least from their opinion, you're like an independent contractor, bounty hunter sort of thing. You know what I mean? So
True.
you could still try to work that angle. Up to you, though. I don't want to like feed you guys too much, but I also don't want you guys to miss opportunities that may be apparent to your characters, even if they're not apparent to you as the players. So,
I want to try something that might help that angle, the angle of getting at least some of us in there to investigate. I can use telepathy to read people's thoughts and put words in their mind.
Oh,
It can allow you to investigate a mystery or read about a situation without needing to talk, and you can also manipulate someone without speaking. So I'm going to try and put it in this officer's mind that he thinks that there's a special investigative force on group on the way
okay.
to see the um, to check it, to investigate the area, kind
all
of
right,
like
so
make him think
let's
that we're supposed to be there.
let's do this
Okay.
mechanically. That you're going to use weird as an assistance role in this case. So we'll flavor it that way. And so if you
Okay.
succeed, then it'll boost Chloe's roll. And Chloe, what kind of roll do you think you'll be making? Do you think charm, sharp, like how? The way you
Yeah,
spin it, it's fine either way.
probably sharp because Chloe is not very.
Okay, so you're like to business. It's like, all
Yeah.
right. So first, let's get that weird roll.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, that works with. I need to review assistance actually, real quick, because it wasn't a 10, but it definitely does help. So,
Isn't it like a +1 forward, I think?
Yeah, help out 7 to 9 grants them +1 to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
oh, okay.
So
Ooh, spooky trouble.
I guess I'm like certainly up there with her. Then I like the idea of her talking to the police officer. I'm just there with my headphones on, just like bobbing my head.
Oh,
Oh,
this is my little brother. Don't worry about it.
Just don't worry,
maybe
he's fine.
maybe you actually look like a suspect for like some random, delinquency type thing.
He
Petty
does look
crime.
like a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of a ratty looking kid.
So he'll deal with you in a second, but you've got +1 on your roll, on your sharp roll to impersonate. Uh, oh, sorry, I didn't. Shane, so what sort of thing did you put in his mind?
Oh, I put in his mind that that there's a specialized detective on the way to investigate the crime scene,
Hmm.
and that he doesn't need to worry about turning them away.
Got it. All right,
Okay.
so Chloe, let's see.
All right. So, Chloe's gonna kind of walk up, try to stand in front of Ash, so Ash isn't too much in the way, and she's just going to kind of honestly just try to walk through without even saying anything. She has her sunglasses on. She's very cool looking. She's gonna try to walk through.
Okay.
Just look
Oh,
as if you belong.
that could also, so sharp or cool if you want to play it that way.
Oh, we'll do cool.
All right. Because yeah, you're like, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, exactly. She's very cool. She doesn't have time to explain herself to some beat cop.
Yep. It's like he needs to get with the program.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna roll. So would that be just roll cool?
Yeah. Ooh.
Good God.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh, and is that
describe
+1
yourself. Just
from?
getting right past the police line. I guess you kind of already did. So,
Yeah.
Holds up her cell phone
Yeah,
case like
she
it's a
just.
badge. Just walks through.
Yeah, exactly. She's just Chloe has like her phone up to her ear, and the other one she just kind of briefly. It's probably just like her wallet. There's nothing in it. It's just a blank piece of paper or something, and she just kind of walks through, pretending like she's someone very important.
oh, maybe Lieutenant Martin's like, oh, and is about to say something. And you just kind of like lower your sunglasses just a bit, like, excuse me.
Are you really doing this right now? Are
And
you
he's just
really?
like,
She just kind
oh,
of looks at him like,
oh shit, it's the feds.
Yeah,
Oh.
Commissioner. I'm at the scene now. Like very pointedly.
All right, so yeah, he's convinced. He actually radios to the guys. It's like, hey guys, that special investigative team, the feds, blah blah blah. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even understand. And but he's just like, just let him in. Just let him in. So I'll say that you can bring. Hey, you kid! Even though you're 23, you probably look like a scrawny kid. I want to
Yeah, I
talk to
think
you.
yeah.
So he's actually not going to let you in. So he's
Oh
actually going to
shit.
start grilling you. So that's the danger. So he's going to mechanically he's pulling you out so that you're not going to be able to help right now at this very moment.
Right.
But Chloe, you can bring someone in.
Okay.
Bring in feet.
Yeah, I think. Could I bring in Filiana?
Just put some sunglasses on her and put a jacket over her.
I mean, she already talked. That's going to be kind of weird because
Oh, she did already.
yeah.
Yeah, he and I already talked. I
That's
guess
true.
Ivory's if
Yeah.
Ivory wants to actually go and investigate.
I'm definitely gonna like just point my. Chloe would just point her finger at Ivory and then just wave him in.
Okay.
But could we use the distraction that Shane is currently providing to see if we can find another way to get in?
It's actually what I was about to ask next
Ooh.
because I do have
Yeah.
my burglar move.
Sure.
I'm pistol fingering at you, even though you can't see it right now.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you do that?
Let me look up the specifics of my move real quick.
Okay. I just flipped my sand timer, so the sands of time are running out. Do it quick. I'm kidding. You've got time.
All right, so it's just a sharp roll for the burglar move to break into a secure location.
Okay.
Would this count as a secure location with the police line being here and all?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll say that just with the distraction of Shane and with Chloe, you'll get +1 on this, +1 forward.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Describe how you get in.
So I think the moment like when Chloe said, "Oh, I stand in front of Ash to like block her view," Ash basically melts into the scenery. Like you just see her pull her coat over her shoulder and just casually walk along the police line, hop the fence in the neighbor's yard, duck inside of a bush, and then push open like one of the doors. And then, like, the moment Chloe walks in the front door, I think Ash is also there, like, at the same time, like, just dusting herself off lightly, and has, like, a little flashlight out, and is, like, looking at something, like, just casually on the floor, waiting for her to be done. With a roll that high, it's not specific in my move, but could I forego, or could I bring along Fee so that she's not left out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I was actually assuming that you were bringing her along anyway, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I do. I bring her along, and then there's a couple of things. So I believe I get to hold 3 on a 10 plus. Yeah. So I hold 3. I'm gonna get in undetected. I'm gonna be able to get out undetected, and I will not. And I'm gonna find what I'm after, and I am after information regarding Joshua.
All right. Very nice. So I'll also say this. So no disrespect to the real policemen and women of Camden, Maine, but this is a situation where they're kind of a sleepy resort town. They don't have like serious stuff like this. So there's actually crime scene investigators already inside, but when they see you, they just assume that you're part of the special investigative team, so they don't even like question the fact that you're there because of course you're there. The police let you in.
Yeah,
So-
like Ash is there completely naturally, like with her gray cotton summer suit on. Like she's just chilling. She's fixing her hair a little bit, and yeah, she's investigating when Chloe arrives behind her with Avery. Ivory.
All right, so
Chloe looks kind of surprised, but not very, because then again, it is Ash.
Can I make a request real quick?
Mhm.
I think Ash always calls Avery just to piss him off.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm down.
All
You mean
right,
how
so
Azra called you Ashley just to piss you off?
Yes.
yep. All right, so you guys see this. There are 3 bodies on the ground: Gino, Joshua, and Chelsea. What do you guys do?
I immediately hurry over to Joshua and try to do lay on hands.
Okay.
I will, I guess go over to.
By the way, while you're doing this, remember you guys have mundane people around you. So, Feliana's doing lay on hands. What are you guys going to do as a team?
Oh, there's people around us right now? Like,
Yeah,
real...
they're crime scene investigators. They just think that you're
Oh.
part of this. Like, remember, Lieutenant Martin told everybody the special team is here. Make way.
Are they all like grouped together? Or are they just all kind of sporadically throughout the scene?
Kind of sporadically throughout the scene, taking blood samples. Like, there was clearly a struggle. There are burn marks on the wall. Well, the whole place is burned. It's kind of interesting that this whole place is burned, but the bodies are not burned. You see blood everywhere, terrible claw marks on the bodies as well as the walls. I mean, it looks really, really effed up. Something really bad happened here.
So,
But
I think,
so they're not paying attention to you guys. They're just doing their job. However, magic can be kind of obvious. So just I just want to know how you guys are making sure that Feliana can do this without drawing mundane attention.
How many people are in the room right now?
I will say. Actually, you tell me. How many people are in the room?
Oh, I want to say it's around 3, probably.
Okay.
If they're probably like they're probably off doing each their own thing.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk over to one of the, noticing the bodies and realizing that something has to be done about this. I am going to, for now, seeing Feliana do her work, walk over to the one who's closest to the bodies, and kind of put my arm around him and guide him away and be like, "So, what can you tell me about the crime scene, Anna?"
Sure. You won't even have to roll for that. He's just like, oh my god, I've never, it's like a wild animal attack. Like, I don't even understand. Like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, he's really freaked out. So, I mean, he even says, I've done so many crime scenes. I have never seen anything like this. I mean, it's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Sir, I understand, sir. If you... Alright, look, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm with the feds. If you need some time, go home, recuperate. Tell the guy out there, the guy in charge of this, we got this. If you want to head home.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go upstairs. I'll finish up upstairs. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So he goes upstairs. The other 2 have their backs turned right now. I guess kind of what I mean is that just with Feliana, she's probably desperate, right, Feliana? It's like, you have to do this
Absolutely.
now. So
Yeah.
at least one guy's turned around. So I guess what I'm saying to everyone is, as she's rushing forward, one guy's taken care of. What about the other 2? How do you guys run interference?
Ash will see Fee just going for it, like going for the nuggets, and I'm like, she just like slaps her face a little bit because why Fee? And immediately tries to run intercept and goes, "This is the worst fucking crime scene I've ever fucking seen. Are you 2 idiots sitting here and mucking up the entire scene just before we get here? You know this is going to be on the federal crime radar. Are you 2 idiots? There's footprints everywhere." And she's going to start yelling at them, trying to usher them out like a door. like pull them aside and just start yelling at them and just giving them the business. Like the entire business end of it, just chewing them out, like completely drawing attention to herself, to the remaining 2 people in the room, and signaling to everybody else to figure it out, because she's already figured out a way to hop out of here if she needs to.
Okay.
Like, she can bump out of here quickly if she needs to. So she's full on like, I'll sacrifice myself here, guys. You guys invest.
All right, so that definitely can work. Let's hold on that. So let's see if Feliana is able to lay on hands, and depending on the roll, it might be a little too noticeable or not, and then we'll like go to your distraction.
Yeah,
But she may be. Oh, go ahead.
I rolled. It's an 8. So Feliana immediately gathers Joshua very gently into her arms and caresses the wound, or the wounds she can see, as she takes his pain into herself instead.
Okay, so it works. With an 8, describe what's the drawback with an 8 on that.
I take the harm into myself.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Well, I'll say this. You tell me, how much do you want to take in?
All 2 harm points I can heal.
All right. So you're just like taking it into yourself?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead and mark your token.
already done.
Okay.
Or on the token, where do I mark it? In the
Oh,
green?
so when you look at your token, I actually had
Mm-hmm.
to add custom fields, so it's not going to be harm on your character sheet. But if you click on your
Okay.
token, there's the green bar and the red bar, and you can.
Uh-huh.
So the green bar is regular harm, and the red bar is unstable harm.
Okay, then I'll take 2 regular harm.
Okay.
That means Joshua isn't fully stabilized, but I hope that it's enough to at least get him back for now.
Yeah, so you can tell he is stabilized, but this is really. Oh, I shouldn't say too much. Okay, so now you haven't stabilized him, but he's not on death's door.
Thank goodness.
So what do you say though? Like to the people around you, you've got someone who's alive. It sounds like he might need medical attention.
He still needs more help. I can't do much more for him. And she gently rocks him a little, almost as if she's trying to console a sick child.
Wait, what? That, he's alive? What the hell? I thought he was dead.
How did you not
So-
check his pulse? Call EMS now. Get me a paramedic stat.
Holy shit! So we need to get him to the hospital right now. And so
Yeah,
they're
that's what I just fucking said. Go.
yeah, they're like flipping out. Oh man, they just feel like this is the worst thing for them to have this sort of thing happen, and they're just not used to this level of madness. So yeah, they immediately some paramedics who were outside, who have just timely arrival, have gotten there, and they are taking Joshua to the hospital. But as these guys are totally distracted, you guys kind of have free reign of the crime scene for a short period of time. What do you guys do?
Cool.
Chloe would like to investigate a mystery.
All right.
Gesundheit. More Gesundheit.
Okay. So that's sharp.
Sorry, guys. Thank you.
I forgive you.
So I got an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to hold 1.
So what do you use for that hold?
I'd like to ask one of the questions, what is being concealed here?
Let's see. What is being concealed here? It's not so much that there's something being concealed. Maybe I don't quite understand the question.
Okay. Can I change it, or is I'm stuck with that one?
No. That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah. What happened here?
Okay. So as you're checking out the other bodies, you're pretty sure it was a vampire attack. They've got marks on their neck, so they're claw marks, but they're also puncture wounds.
Chloe turns to Anne, and she kind of like nudges Ash to be next to her, and she's like, Ash, I think these are vampire marks.
Huh. Alright. Doesn't match Avery's, perception, at least I don't think. They originally had at the Benton house. It's a bit strange. And then
That's
again,
the
he's a
thing.
wizard. I don't...
Exactly. There is a very key discrepancy there.
This does not actively match. That means either someone was magically messing with Avery's magic, or someone has changed the crime scene to be different. Because I know Joshua. I also know vampires. I know that Joshua, in his sleep, could take out a vampire with
Easily.
relative ease. Like, no way a vampire's got a hold on Joshua. But this is something we might be dealing with, like a changeling or a shapeshifter. It's not really my area of expertise. If she has like an idea, like a light bulb pops above her head. Is there a basement in this house?
Yeah, actually, I should have said that. You guys are in the basement.
Okay, we're in the basement.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, that changes things. If we're actively in the basement, we're already in the danger zone. All right. That's really weird. Shane. Oh wait, Shane's upstairs. Shane's being attacked by a cop right now. Avery, get over here.
Yes, sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah. You're into weird shit. So Chloe discovered vampire marks. You discovered ghost attack. What's going on here? And be as specific as possible, not your tarot card vague nonsense with, the hangman upside down or something.
Alright, quick question for, the Keeper.
Mhm.
I didn't see what was attacking them, but do I know that definitively Giorno and Chelsea are dead? Or Gino and Chelsea are dead?
Yes, they are definitely dead.
Then something
Oh.
else is holding the magic here.
I was about to ask if I can try lay on hands on Chelsea.
Yeah, you can tell. They're both dead.
Oh. Okay.
While we're talking, can I check their pockets?
Yeah.
I check their pockets. It's almost like natural. Like she's searching their pockets.
Here's
They're
what
dead.
we're asking ourselves. Where's
Chloe
the
kind of
dog?
rolls her eye. Ooh.
There. Yeah, you don't see the dog there.
Huh.
Outside, do I see any dogs wandering around?
No.
No.
But you do know for a fact that Gino has a bloodhound.
It'd really help if we had like a tracker with us, or Joshua.
Yeah.
Either or really works. He's good at that stuff. He's good at hunting.
Oh, by
We're
the way,
kind
so
of the
one
B-team
thing,
here, except for Chloe.
one of the things that you guys hear.
Excuse me.
You can hear Lieutenant, or actually a policewoman yelling at Lieutenant Martin, "Hey, LT! State troopers just called. They said that the office of the chief medical officer just had a fire. It's been taken care of, but there won't be any autopsies in Augusta today." Oh, god
Hell yeah.
damn it, Martinez, are you serious? All right, let me make a call. Go ahead and take the bodies to Penn Bay Med. They can keep them in the morgue there until we hear back from the med heads. So actually, people are coming in to take the bodies to the same hospital that Joshua is headed to.
Perfect.
There
I
was a
get
fire in the morgue?
No. The chief medical officer's office, which would normally handle the autopsies, had a fire. So the
Where
autopsies
is that?
have. It is up north.
That's suspicious.
I get up and walk over to Ash to mutter, "It sounds like the morgue would be a smart target next to get rid of the corpses."
Yeah, we can hit up the morgue, and we also need to check out the hospital for when they actually do the autopsy, because we're going to want to see what's inside these bodies.
Yeah, I would argue split up. It's probably not.
Each team gets a weird boy. That's all. That's my that's my put in.
That's
I
perfect.
want to go towards. I want to go investigate this medical office.
Okay.
I want to go north.
Chloe does
Everyone
too,
wants
so
Okay,
she'll
I
go
want to
along.
head to the hospital.
I would like the morgue.
Shane, you're with me. You don't get a choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say Shane is probably willing to just follow the more experienced people here.
Okay.
Ash
So
refuses to go anywhere without a weird boy.
let's
Oh, wait,
do this.
Wait a second. Joshua is gonna be at the hospital, right?
Yes.
Then
So,
could I maybe change to the hospital team?
oh yeah, absolutely. So whoever's going to the hospital, remember the hospital is where Josh and the bodies are headed. So if you want to go to the hospital, put your tokens over by the bodies. And for those who are going to the morgue, I will move your token, head over to where Chloe is.
I gotta pull it out onto the thing.
Ash just also
There we
doesn't
go.
want to admit that she wants to check up on Josh. Just refuses to admit it.
Oh,
Because
All
I
right,
don't like him, Baka.
Is Feliana going to the
hospital?
hospital or the morgue?
Hospital.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just
So
move your
move
token
your-
over there. I just want to get a visual representation of where everyone's
Oh,
at.
yeah, sorry.
No worries. And then Ivory, I don't see you on the board, but if you
I
might be.
put myself on there.
Oh, okay. You might be
He's
off
on there,
screen. There you
Yeah,
go.
it probably
Okay.
was.
Where's the hospital group? I don't see it right now.
Oh, it should
It's on
be
the
where
left.
the
They're
bodies
by
are.
the bodies.
I moved you.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
All
gotcha.
right. So, let's do the morgue first before we do the hospital. So, you guys get to the office of the chief medical officer, and you've already people already know that the feds are in town, so they're so desperate. They're like, all kinds of crazy things are happening. Yeah, yes. How can we help you?
There was a
Chloe
fire?
steps up. Yeah, Chloe steps up and she's like, "So we heard there was a fire here."
Oh yeah, it's been taken care of, and you can actually see the firemen are still there. They're just packing up their stuff.
Can you tell us anything about how the fire started?
I mean, we're not really sure. I mean, it just out of nowhere. I mean, I was popping microwave popcorn, but I just I know I tend to try to get those last little kernels, but I didn't mean to burn the place down.
While he's going off about his microwave popcorn, do I sense any magic in the area?
Um,
Is there a thing I can do for that?
use magic and let's see.
Use your weird boy status.
That's a mixed success, so I pick a glitch. Keeping in mind the glitches do not affect me. Magical backlash doesn't affect me.
Oh, is that a hex thing?
That's a hex thing, yeah.
Okay.
Magical
Nice.
Magical backlash affects people around me instead.
Oh,
Not.
That's gonna be great for you, Chloe.
Yeah.
You chose the wrong weird boy. Shane is the best weird boy.
It specifically states it can affect bystanders and stuff as well. It's not just other hunters.
okay.
It can be anyone. Which is why I'm struggling to pick a glitch.
So, yeah, I get to choose the glitch though, right? I'm pretty sure I do.
You choose a glitch.
Yeah.
You choose your effect and a glitch.
Okay.
The keeper will decide what effect the glitch has.
Oh, okay. Which glitch are you going with?
One harm, ignore armor.
Oh God! So
Oh,
maybe
wow.
a chill just goes right through Chloe, and it's not. It's like someone's twisting your inside. So take one harm.
She
Picked the
loves
wrong
it.
weird boy.
Yep. I should have gone to the hospital.
So much death around
Just
you.
kidding.
However, yes, you do sense magic. There was this fire was caused by magic. It was set on purpose.
Chloe asked the person she was talking to earlier, was anything destroyed in the fire?
No, I mean the the firemen got here with plenty of time. It's just super inconvenient because it just means that, like right now, with the water everywhere and just the smoke, all bodies and autopsies have to be done at the hospital.
Chris.
Can I go in, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Just take a look around. Alright, I walk into the building and I go find the place where the fire was started.
Chloe follows. She wants to see where the fire was started as well.
So, yeah, I mean, you get the sense that it was set by someone, a similar practitioner of magic. They set it, and yeah.
So Chloe
What if
turns
it's...
to Ivory and she's like, it seems like they're to direct people to the hospital. Maybe something is being planned there.
Ominous
What if
music
it's
in the
not a-
background.
What if it's not a ghost?
I actually hear the music by now.
Yay.
You just said I felt a sense of death, right? It wasn't anything specific.
Yeah.
What if it's not a ghost?
What do you
I don't know yet. Can you keep the room clear?
Sure. Chloe kind of walks around to all the firefighters and she's like flashing her fake badge and she's kind of like, we're here guys, we're here. I think you're needed out front for a second, trying
Okay.
to get everyone to leave.
Oh yeah, that works. They're just, once again, they're not used to this, and you've got that air of authority that's already been established with Lieutenant Martin, and so they got the buzz from him.
Perfect.
You might also want to step out of the room.
Yep, Chloe leaves. She stands out in the doorway.
Cool, so there's no one else around to affect me if this goes horribly wrong, so it has to affect me. I'm gonna attempt to view another time again. I'm gonna see what happened. I wanna see, like, who set the fire, if I can.
Okay.
So it's a slash, not an exclamation point with roll 20. Alright, I'll take a problematic side effect for this glitch.
I'll say -1 forward.
-1 forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel a little chill as well, just not as bad as Chloe.
Okay. And my effect is observe another time.
Okay. So you see the chief medical officer, doing his thing, assistants in the background, and you see the door open, but no one's there. And for a split second, you see this. So give me one moment. And so for viewers, don't pay attention to this. Actually, no, I'm not going to reveal that slide. So I'll find another way.
You could DM me the image.
I'll get it in just one second. Just trying to remember the... Oh, I know how to get it without spoiling everybody. Give me 1 second. This was the unfortunate consequence of not having a linked sheet for this particular piece of the puzzle, but that's okay. And so for a split second, you see a woman that looks like this.
Is this going to be in roll 20?
Yeah.
Oh.
That ain't good.
So you see this woman, and she blinks into view, and she waves her hand and starts a fire right where the microwave popcorn is going off right now. And then she disappears. However, this time, you don't see the door open. She just vanishes. All right. So, while you guys mull on that, we're going to go over to the hospital team.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, you guys get to the hospital, and as you are going toward or going just through the hallway, all of a sudden you see Joshua. Hey, hey, Shane! I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I know, crazy that I said that, but I'm super serious here. Everyone in this damn
Uh,
hospital is
I
ignoring
would like
me.
to do banish out evil.
Oh, okay.
Damn, immediately, in the moment Josh pops up, someone's trying to exorcise him from existence.
So good.
Okay, sure.
The
Um,
power of Christ compel you.
this is tough. Let me do the thing. Tough. Bloop.
All right, so that actually failed. Take an experience point for that.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
So this was luckily there was no one in the hallway, but he's just kind of like, what did you just do? Hey, what's going on? And you guys can see through him.
Aw, Shane, you're a... Oh, no. Oh, Joshua, you're a ghost. Oh, that's bad.
So he's like, what's going on? Why is
You're
everyone ignoring me? You guys, like, hello. I mean, he
Uh-huh.
can see that you guys see him, and so he's freaking out right now. And then Feliana, what are you doing here? What's with that light? Stop!
I would like to use Soothe, which is a roll-free move, and just be like, it's alright. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything is okay.
Why am I in the
I just,
hospital? What the hell happened?
you
Dead, bro.
were injured, but you're okay. Come with us, okay?
I'm fine. And he's like looking at himself. He's totally fine. He's so confused right now.
I go to high five Josh. Like, Josh, just high five me real quick to make sure you're the real Josh.
He just gives you this look like, no.
Alright, that's the real Josh. And I
Are
just
you-
hug him. Do I go through him?
You do.
Josh, you're a ghost!
What? And his eyes go super wide and he blinks out.
Oh shit, no!
Oh no.
I broke him. Shane, fix him.
Um,
Do something. You revived him in the first place.
Weird boy fix the ghost.
Weird
we
people
need-
fix the ghost.
we need to go to his body.
Runs to the body.
All right. All right, so his body is there. He is still alive. You can hear the heartbeat, but he's completely out.
What the hell?
Oh no.
Looks like he's just like hanging by a thread.
May I attempt another lay on hands?
I would say that you can kind of tell that you've done what you can do magically, and he's not going to die, but
Okay.
yeah, he's in
Can
bad
I-
shape.
Can I attempt telepathy to read his thoughts to see like what's going on inside his head?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, then I'm gonna. Would this qualify as? And it says this can allow you to investigate a mystery. Would that be what this is, or?
Sure.
It's certainly mysterious.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I just kind of start concentrating and like I'm just trying to like look inside his mind.
I can't annoy him if he's dead.
Is what's investigate mystery? Is that sharp plus sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it might be weird because you're going into his mind with that specific move.
Either way, it's +2 for me, so I'll do weird because I'm weird. Okay, I rolled an 8.
Okay. Tell me the results of that.
Um, so I get to hold one on investigate a mystery. I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask. Let's see. I'm going to ask, what was it going to do?
What was what going to do?
I guess the whatever. I guess I'm looking in his mind, trying to figure out what it was that hurt him. Um, Actually, maybe the better question is just what sort of creature is it? Just kind of looking at his memories, trying to see through his mental state, like what put him in this way.
You just hear him screaming vampire and shooting his crossbow as there's just claws and fangs and screaming and blood, and it's just all muddled and violence and just fear.
Oh God. Okay. God. I mean, guys, he's in his mind. He's just screaming about a vampire. He's terrified. I mean, what are there vampires known to be in this area?
There ain't nothing in Camden, Maine. Otherwise, we would have been informed. This is concerning.
It
Well,
almost sounds like it was more of a trap. I mean, a place that usually has no supernatural events, and then suddenly some emerge just to guide one of the most important creatures on the planet here.
Very convenient.
Liliana holds Josh's hand.
Well, if he's still, I mean, but if he's still alive, why would? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys know more than I do, but like ghosts are dead people, right? So like, he's not dead.
Well, he's on the threshold, so perhaps his ghost is stepping back and forth. Perhaps it was not the real Josh as well, though. I mean, he did greet Shane quite cheerily.
Yeah, he didn't.
yeah, that's weird.
He doesn't like me very much in real life, so that was pretty weird.
But then again, my powers failed on him, so I'm not sure.
He also did give me the Joshua glare at the high five comment, which is a pretty, Joshua Benton TM move.
He did say that he was even surprised at himself for being glad Shane was there, but no one was listening to him. Why are they ignoring me?
In the
was
best
listening
case,
to you, Joshua.
in the best case, those were thoughts that he has in quiet moments but wouldn't share in his normal state.
Or he was just really happy to find a weird boy who could help him out with this fucky situation.
So while you guys are doing this, you're still in communication with the other team, and the chief medical officers isn't that far from the hospital. If you guys want to come over here, so I'll let you guys. Well, what do you guys do? So you've got Joshua, but you also know that the bodies are here.
Yeah. So I don't know if I want to just leave Josh here alone. Fee, do you think you could keep an eye on Josh to see if anything weird starts happening with him?
Yes, but how do I contact you if anything happens?
I would just pull out a spare cell phone. Ash has like 5. It's like here. This one, okay, so my callback number in this one, she just like points in the contact list of where you can which one you can point at, and it'll work. Basically, gives her a quick rundown on how a smartphone works.
Yeah, calling at least is pretty easy, so Filiana grasps it pretty quickly.
And then it also has Pokemon Go on it, but don't play Pokemon Go while we're on investigation. Last time I did that, Joshua got very upset.
Oh, that is a shame. I saw you play it, and it looks delightful.
It's very fun.
Yep.
It helps me get my steps in. Anyway, uh, yeah. So, Shane, my number one weird boy, I need you to come with me. We're gonna go investigate some bodies, and I need you to do your. She kind of like looks at Shane and realizes she doesn't exactly know what's wrong with Shane. Is like your thing, what your wizardry. I don't know. I didn't ask Azra what it was. To be frank, I think I might have been drunk when he told me. All right, let's go. Let's move on.
All right, so you guys can
all
place
right.
your tokens in the spot where you think your characters would be.
My computer is slowly dying. Hold on.
Oh no. That's your computer's heartbeat that we're hearing.
Yes. Every time I every time I chime in, it's like beep boop beep.
And Chloe and Ivory, you guys are here too.
Oh,
Would Ivory be sorry Avery because I insult him. Would Avery be able to do like some of his weird tarot shit on Joshua's body or whatever? Ash doesn't know how you work.
Okay, so Feliana and Ivory, you guys are watching over Joshua, and all of a sudden you see an orderly pop in. 1 second here. Oh, hi. Sorry, I just need to take care of some things over here. And he's kind of bumming around, but one of you guys, choose one. Do sharp or weird. Who wants to make this roll?
Ivory does it. I've got -1 sharp and 0 weird, so Ivory, you do it. But Filiana is staring unblinkingly at the sky at every motion just because she's unsettling like that sometimes.
Oh, okay. So you got a 6. So you don't sense anything. So, all right.
Great!
Avery, you're supposed to be their weird boy.
So he's going over to Joshua, and you guys in the morgue. One thing that you notice is that you don't find Gino's body actually, but Chelsea's body is there.
Oh,
And uh-huh.
a short question. Do we still have the luck mechanic, by the way? Because this would be the kind of thing where I would ask, or where I would think that Ivory might want to use that.
Oh, right, yeah. So remember, you do have luck as a finite resource, and yeah. So
Like, if you want, you can change your roll to 12 now, basically, if you mark luck.
Ivory, we can't hear you if you're talking. Your mic is off.
I forgot that I manually muted my mic. It's a luck situation. That's why
All right. So are you using luck?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
I totally forgot.
Don't forget
that
to
I
reverse
did
that
that.
XP, but you do get a 12. And you realize somehow you see straight through this glamour, and you see him, and he looks like he has similar clothes to the woman that you saw, and you see the woman behind him. Meanwhile, over in the morgue, what are you guys doing?
I checked the bodies for vampire marks.
All right, so Gino's body is missing. What in the
Who?
world? So somehow in transit, it's not there. But Chelsea's body is there, and Yes, the marks are consistent with vampire wounds. She was bitten in the neck. You could see some of the blood was drained. Claw marks. Uh, Unfortunately, she suffered a very violent death.
Ugh. Hmm. Well, all right. So, Gerard is the was the male hunter, right? I'm just trying to make sure I got my
Gino.
names right here. Gino,
Gino.
sorry.
Yep.
Um, Gino's just straight up gone. Like he's not even in like the autopsy room
Right.
currently.
His body just did make it here somehow.
Okay, that is very weird. I am going to go talk to, while Shane and Chloe look at the lady's body. Ash is going to go to like one of the people that are working.
Sure.
What happened
As
to the other guy here?
so, we'll say this: you are. I'm going to move people a little bit. So you're walking toward the door. So you're kind of a little bit away from your friends, and this is all happening at once. You see billowing white robes come out, and you see Chelsea, but she's a ghost and she does not look happy. At the
Whoa.
same time, in Joshua's room, you see these two people and they do not look like they mean well. And the guy has drawn a silver dagger. So go ahead and put your tokens on the board. And what do you guys do?
The actually, I would like to try cast out evil on the woman, if I
Okay.
can.
Sure.
So we can maybe even out the odds a little bit by keeping it to one guy at a time.
Okay.
Character sheet and tough.
Ash, why do you have 3 wounds? We count up, so it should be 0.
Oh, that's my beans.
Nice, I got a 10.
All right, so cast out evil. Read it to me.
Roll plus tough. On a 10 plus, it is banished. On a 7 to 9, it takes a little while for the banishing to take effect. The creature has time to make 1 or 2 actions. Either way, the banished creature is unharmed, and you have no control over where it goes. This move may be used on unnatural hunters.
Okay,
On a
so
miss, something is keeping it here that's bad.
this is kind of weird. So I'm going to say this. You can see the crosses on their necks. She's not technically evil. And when you use this magic, she is human. So we're kind of in a weird spot here with this because cast out evil is very specific. So actually, well, I'll
yeah.
say that. That's the information it gives you. Like,
Uh,
she's not banished, but you realize, wait a minute. She's not evil technically.
Well, just a small clarification. Cast out evil does not only work against evil, but it does only work against unnatural creatures.
Oh, she's human. Yeah, you realize that she's
Yeah.
human now. But that's good information to have. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. All right. So, who wants to go next on either side?
So you said that Chelsea like turns into the ghost, or there is a ghost now with us in Chelsea?
I mean, she looks just like Chelsea, but just ghostly Chelsea, and she rose out from the body, looking really pissed.
Chloe is going. She just like calls her name. She says, "Chelsea, is that you?"
That's the response you get. If you heard it, it was a scream.
Okay, no, I didn't hear it.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, I also did not hear it. I was just heard it go silent. I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool, quiet,
Jones.
Joe. That's fine.
Well, I heard it.
Yeah, it's this like chilling scream.
It was pretty well timed. It was great.
There's like combat music going on right now too, so unfortunately can't hear it. It sucks, but you'll be able to see it later on the recording.
Shane accidentally put his phone on speaker. That's why it's combat music.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you see that. What do you do though?
Chloe kind of, I'll back up a little bit from the bed that she's laying on, and just try to get like Shane and Ash kind of away from her, so we're not all directly like in her path.
Oh, she's coming for you.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
fantastic.
coming straight at you. Her clawed hands are like reaching for you. She looks angry.
So Chloe's gonna run out of the way, and pull out her knife. I know like a knife probably won't hit a ghost, but she's gonna pull it off anyway just to be threatened.
Okay. Do remember you guys did get that sense from back at the Benton's place that you saw billowing white, and someone had mentioned, "Oh, it's a ghost. Bring ghost salt." Did you do that?
Oh, sure. Chloe has ghost salt.
Okay. She's a professional, probably would. So
Yeah.
maybe you like, put some crusting. You brined your knife beforehand.
You brined you soaked it overnight
Yeah.
in a salt
Marinated it.
sugar mixture.
I
So-
wet
Marinated your
my,
knife.
I will say this.
I pickled my knife.
It tastes great.
Yep. I'm doing this because it's the first adventure. I won't be too so I don't want you guys to get too used to me giving you those sorts of ideas. But I do think in this case it does make sense with your character because someone did mention that. But I won't always give you guys those reminders. So yeah, the ghost is reaching for you. It is looking to do you harm, and make your roll.
All right. What is this tough?
Yeah.
That is a
All right. So its hand reaches for you, and we're talking 2 harm, and it's ignore armor. But you also slash it as well with something it is very vulnerable to. All right. Next up.
I'll step forward. Am I correct to assume that these people are like these weird like silvery auras around the things exist?
Yeah.
Cool. Force of will. I'm going to, because the man is actually stepping forward, right?
Oh yeah, he's got a knife.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw force of will and attempt to dispel whatever force is around that as I sort of pull like almost like off the top.
Oh, I mean,
the
I
deck.
guess. Well, no, I'll shut up. Go ahead.
As I pull like off the top of the deck is the magician, and I flip it out towards the 2 of them, and I'm going to roll weird real
Okay.
quick.
And one detail that you can see is that they're definitely siblings. You might even think, fraternal twins. Who knows?
All right.
So what's the effect?
On a 7 to 9, you take 1 harm as the strain of dismissing magic unravels you. So, on a hit, momentary magics are cancelled completely, and long-lasting spells and effects are suspended temporarily.
Okay. All right. Sure. So the like little buzz on those things kind of fades out, and they're surprised when they see that. And yeah.
And I take a harm.
And you're pretty close, like you're kind of in the way, so he's going to slash at you with the silver dagger, so roll tough.
Roll tough. I think I'm okay at that. I think I have a +1 in that. Yeah, I do. Sorry, I don't know my...
Oh yeah, don't forget, for the next one, either make some macros or create a custom sheet that you can roll from.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that later. That's also a 12.
Oh, okay. Nice. Perfect. So you tell me what happens. You've got some options.
Uh, how much options do I have?
Check the hunter reference sheet.
Oh, is this kick some ass?
Yes.
I'll suffer less harm.
Okay. So actually, you're able to. We'll tell you. This is what happens. He doesn't do any damage, but he's going to knock you over, kind of over and out of the way to give his comrade there a shot. And she has a silver dagger out too. I mean, they're looking to poke some holes into Joshua right now. And yeah, but you take no harm. Next up.
May I do something again?
Well, not until we finish the whole rotation.
All right.
Yeah. Who hasn't gone yet?
I haven't.
And you can.
I think Shane puts on his headphones and attempts to do the big whammy, which is using his powers to kick some ass
Ooh.
Oh
with
yeah,
weird instead of
the
tap.
big whammy.
I even have a sound effect for that unfortunately you can't hear, but I'll play it just so that it's on the recording. So.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, I heard it.
Cool.
Nice.
Whoa!
Ooh,
How
that's
much
a
harm
big
is that?
whammy.
Nice.
Good God Almighty.
It's 2 harm, close, obvious, ignore. And so with the 12, let's see, I get... Where'd my... I hid my reference sheet somewhere. Okay. With the 12, I can pick an enhanced effect.
That's only if you have advanced kick some asses.
Yeah.
Which
That's
none of us have
Oh,
done that
okay,
yet.
cool. Okay, sorry about that. In that case, I'm going to actually just take a role-playing advantage here with the 10 plus roll. Shane doesn't know much about ghosts, but he is going to try and force them where he wants them, and he's going to try and like whammy the ghost towards the body, like almost trying to shove it back in.
Ooh.
Get back in there.
I like that.
I don't-
Okay. That's a great roleplay detail. All right. Yeah. You kind of shove her back in the body momentarily. I don't think Ash has gone yet, right?
Yeah, I have not gone yet.
Alright.
I do not have assault encrusted knife because Ash does not think that far ahead of these
I
kinds of
appreciate that.
situations. And she's like, I don't have any kind of working with ghosts going on here. So she's just gonna be like, hop in front of the ghost, like straight up, like, hey, Chelsea, you were shitty in life and now you're shitty in death. Yeah, come get me, bitch. And she's trying to help out Chloe.
You've got her attention. She turns from Chloe and is reaching out for you. Her hands are going for you. However, you have a moment to act before she does that because she was shoved into the body. So in other words, I'm giving you a little extra move there because of what Shane did. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear
Yeah,
Ash.
okay. So no, sorry, that's my bad. I forgot I was pushed to talk. So I was going to use help out. Are you saying I can get an additional move outside of help out?
Yeah, just because of I really like that flavor of roleplay that Shane just did. So she's kind of like tethered to her body momentarily.
All right, I'm going to help out and then read a bad situation. If I'm given enough time, I'm going to be like, all right, now I'm immediately in danger. How do I get out of this situation once Chloe has enough time to strike?
Okay, sure.
So I'll roll help out first to see how that works out. If it'll work. There we go. 8 plus.
All right. So sure, you're going to give Chloe, the ghost is distracted, tethered to the body momentarily, so Chloe's got +1 forward. And now we're into the next rotation. I mean, since we
So
kind of like moved right with Chloe, I mean, it kind of makes sense Chloe to go now. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Yeah, so in that case, Chloe's gonna kick some ass. She's gonna try slashing at her again.
All right, you've got a +1 to this roll.
So,
Well,
Oh.
wait, no, that doesn't make any sense.
nope. Let me make
That is some
it.
flawed.
Yeah, that can't happen.
It looks
It
like
just
that
doesn't
would have
like-
been an 8 without the extra plus in it. Just looking at the roll, it says 4 + 2 + 1 + 1.
Oh, I don't even see that pop up.
I don't either.
If you
You gotta
scroll
hover over the
if you
number.
put your hover over the number and you'll see it's 4 + 2 + 1.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, you hit. As you slash, maybe. Well, I'll let you describe it. She does reach at you, and you've got 2 harm on you that
Is-
just goes right through any armor.
a
But
quick question.
yeah,
Regarding protect someone, I was asking this in the chat.
Uh-huh.
If even though this is a result of kick some ass, is it protect someone from any harm? As in, even if something's a result of their move, like, can I take the consequences for her if I roll tough?
well, if you had said a roll to protect someone, is that what you did?
No, because this it's a reaction type of move. So it says when you prevent harm to another character. Is that something I have to do proactively? Like, do I have to say I'm gonna protect somebody?
Yeah,
from
you're
the
trying
get-go,
to
or is
you're
that a
trying to
reactive
intervene
move?
as the thing is happening.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I was just I've been curious about that. Whether that's something I need to do prior to somebody rolling like kick some ass, or if I can do it now. But all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of yeah, it needs to be a little proactive. I mean, I can be flexible about that in some cases. But with Chloe actually using a knife getting right on her, that's not really going to help in this situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, well, I figured we were both up on her. Like, that's why I was suggesting it. But yeah, no, I understand now.
But yeah, so you take 2 harm, but you you hit her with something that, I mean, you've put her to rest. So good job. And you just hear one final scream. Put to rest. All right. Now we go to Joshua's room, and you guys. I mean, maybe you could be like contacting each other. Get back to the room. You know what's going on.
Yeah, Feliana is pressing the button as showed her and just puts the phone on the bed. They can probably hear fighting noises now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's gonna take a while for them to get up there, but now you guys can act.
I would like to read a bad situation.
Okay.
That is sharp. I don't have much sharp, but what else? But that is a 5. Okay, I would like to mark 1 luck to change this to a 12.
Okay. So yes, what do you want to do with that?
I would like to ask you, what's the best way to protect the victim? Like Joshua.
Keep those knives away. They looks like they're ritual daggers of some sort.
Alright, what's most vulnerable to me?
Let's see. Sorry, what was the question?
What's most vulnerable to me?
Oh, here is an interesting thing. Neither, but you sense a magical tie between the 2 of them. So, because this was luck and it was so nice, you actually can sense they share life force.
So if one of, so what I understand from that is that if one of them is hurt, the other is too?
Yes and no. They have a life force connection. Maybe it can flow back and forth.
Hmm. Um, do I think that I could try to sever that tie with my 5 demon bag?
Yeah.
Then I would like to grasp one of the golden chains that also first like Filiana's human appearance just
Oh, wait,
fades
but
away.
give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like the action economy,
Hmm.
this took some time to sense all this out.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, then I would save that to the next move, but Feliana's human appearance is definitely fading away as she focuses on the 2 hunters.
Ooh, they are not prepared for that. When they see like
Nice.
all these gems and gem eyes, they're like, "What the hell?" So I'll say that Ivory actually gets just from the role play, gets a +1 forward.
Heck yeah.
Great, because Ivory's also actually like, what the hell?
I take away the +1 forward. You're too shocked now. I'm kidding.
It's fine.
I knew Shane was the better weird boy.
Shane #1 weird boy.
Yes.
I'm looking at my stuff. I don't think drawing a gun in a hospital is a good idea.
Yeah.
So what I'm instead going to do is, I'm going to use magic to inflict 1 harm, and the way that works is I'm going to sort of draw one of the, probably the 2 of swords, and throw it like a card throw it, and as it flies, it transforms into like a spectral knife.
Ooh, that is some beautiful imagery there. I like it.
Oh wait, I got +1 forward, baby.
Whoa.
That's a 12.
Nice.
All right. So how much harm does that do?
It is 1 harm, ignore armor, magic.
All right. And I'll say this: like, he's so shocked by the card transforming to the knife. Do you want to just not take harm because he doesn't get to slash back at you?
Yeah, I'd also like to say too, when it hits him, the spectral dagger vanishes, like as it sinks into him, and the card itself just falls to the ground.
Nice.
Like
I like
the knife wasn't there at all.
Okay. So the girl, she's going to target Feliana, and she is trying to use magic on you. What do you do? Can't hear you, Feliana.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that last bit? I'm sorry, the
Oh,
voice
she's
was like
casting a
shit.
spell at you. So what are you going to do as she's casting this spell?
Oof. I should probably. Is there a way to just brace myself for it? Because I don't want to try to dodge or anything. I need to protect Josh from whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, in other words, like, this is basically segueing into what you were planning to do. Like, this is all happening kind of at the same time.
Okay, so what I was trying to do, severing that bond, is what I can do now?
Yeah, it's kind of like all just happening at once. Like, this is your reaction to her about to attack you, and we'll see from your roll what occurs.
Alright, what I do is I grasp one of the golden chains sewn into my skin, rip it out, and lash it at where I know that bond to be, trying to sever it with it.
Okay, well, let's see that roll.
That is still kicking ass, right? Or
It depends
which...
on... You're using the demon bag? Yeah, it's kick some ass.
Okay, so with tough. Good. It's a good thing. Oh, yes.
Oh.
All right. Actually, when that happens, they actually stop and look at each other, look back at you, and they just go, hell no. And they disappear. They were not ready for that.
Are they trying to leave the room?
They're gone.
Oh, they're just gone?
Yeah.
They just blink out.
They blink out, just like you saw before. Yep.
Can I attempt to stop that somehow? Can I attempt to interfere with that?
Let's say this. Use your roll, and then I'll reveal some information on that.
Alright. I'm just gonna attempt to, like, force of will that, like, stop it from happening.
And we'll say this actually does affect some stuff if you get the roll, but you'll see what happens when you do this.
Nope.
Okay.
Experience!
What happens
Yeah,
on a miss?
experience.
What happens on a miss for this? Hold on.
What's that?
No, nothing happens on it. I was trying to see if there was anything specific that happened on a miss for this move, but the answer is no.
Basically, they are using the move, and I won't do this very often. There won't be too many that have this move, but there's a very specific monster move that is escape no matter how well contained. However, there's some stuff that you can do to prevent that, but that's for another time. On that note, though, combat is over. Good job, guys. And I wasn't expecting that. By breaking their bond, that really, as they faded out, they were terrified of you, Feliana.
Good.
That you could do that.
It was a good move.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so as the other three are rushing, you hear some hospital orderlies. What the hell was that scream down there? In the morgue.
Is the
Time
body
to-
still there?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Time to get the fuck out.
Yep. Time to leave.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're
So-
looking right at you. Like, what was the screaming?
It was a video on my phone.
That's actually that's a very good answer. I'll accept that. Don't even have to roll. That they're like,
Chloe backs it up. She's like,
show
"Yo."
some respect. Jesus
Sorry, it was
Christ.
a really funny video.
In the morgue? So, I like that, though. That's very Ash. As you guys are rushing up the stairs, you see three people, and you can hear them identifying themselves, and they are being led to Joshua's room.
Filiana is taking on her human form again and just caressing Joshua's hair, being like, "No worries, I will heed your prayer."
Okay. Benton.
Ivory is freaking out right now. He has never worked with Feliana before. He's never seen any of that happen. He is... What the...
Who are you? Get away from our brother! And the tallest one bats her hand away and is looking at you. What happened here? Who are you?
Hi, I'm, Ivory Duckett. This is Feliana...
Just Filiana.
We were employed by, what was her name? Oh, man.
Bernadette.
Mrs. Benton.
Bernadette.
Yeah.
We were, yes.
So,
to find Joshua and the two people he was training, evaluating.
the two shorter sisters put their hands on the tallest one and just say, Bridget, remember, grandmother said that there were other hunters here. Calm down. And so they introduced themselves. Bridget is, you can tell, she has a personality a lot like Joshua, actually. The other two are much friendlier, Amber and Grace. And they ask, what happened to him?
We're figuring that out. Just
Do you tell
There
them about
were-
what just happened?
yeah, I was trying to figure out how to. I was trying to put it into words.
I mean, they're hunters. You can just say it straight.
There were people in here trying to just stab him up. A minute
What?
ago. Yeah, we got rid of them. They're not dead yet. They ran.
Where did they
Don't
run
know.
to?
They just vanished. I tried to stop it, but
one
they
second.
just disappeared.
Are
What
we
is
also in the
going
room?
on here? Yeah, you guys get to the room at this
Oh,
point.
okay.
And I've picked up the tarot card off the floor at this point, by the way.
So at this, they just say, we are going to keep watch over our brother. Find out what happened, but report back to us as soon as you know. And all three of the sisters are in agreement. They've actually formed a triangle around Joshua, and they're going to keep him safe. And with that, we come to our break. So I'm going to cut the recording here. Go ahead and take a 5-minute break. All right, we are back. So yes, some people need some healing. You guys are in a hospital, so you definitely have stuff available. Maybe Ash can pinch some things, some supplies that can help out, or just
Yeah.
be attended. It's up to you guys.
No, I think Chloe's gonna ask, can you grab me some alcohol and indigent?
All right, so painkillers. All right, next. Fee and Avery, you guys want some? What you guys want to help with your wounds?
Everything. No. If I remember correctly, if I just get some rest, that'll already.
Yeah, but it depends. How much time do you guys want to spend before you try to find these people that just tried to kill Joshua?
Not too
Yeah, I
long.
feel like time is
Yeah.
of the essence here.
That's
Just
true.
accept the opiates.
Take the oxy.
Take it.
Just inject some morphine, you'll be fine.
Then yeah, okay. Filiana at first seems a little bit uncertain, but she realizes that the Benton ladies seem very, very protective of Josh, so he's probably in good hands. But she can probably go, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, you can actually even see the one named Amber. She is drawing sigils that are faint just with her fingers, but that's lighting up with magic light around the bed. She is definitely making sure that Joshua remains safe. So he's in
All
good
right.
hands.
All right, then she will go to check out who's trying to fuck up her mission there, because
I'm watching, while we're just waiting on, medical supplies, I'm watching the glyphs that she's drawing in the air, just trying to get them down.
Yeah, this is some big magic that she's doing right now.
So would you say that stealing medical supplies is breaking into a secure area, or is it acting under pressure?
I mean, to be honest, with how skilled Ash is, you can just grab stuff.
Oh yeah, she just straight up just comes back with a shopping cart practically full of stuff. I don't even know what this is. It just holds up like a fucking King's Airway.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, let's do this. I'll say this. Everybody gets to remove, let's say, 2 harm,
Yay.
or you can roll to see if you get some extra goodies.
What's the rule?
It would be Ash's roll, the supplies that she can find.
Oh.
So yeah, so it'll be 2, or you can roll, but it's your choice.
yeah, I'll take the 2 harm.
Oh no, I guess what I meant was that I was giving kind of a retroactive choice to Ash and the supplies that you guys get.
Okay.
So you might get more, or you might get less, but it depends on the roll. Or you can just take the 2, up to Ash.
All right, I'm gonna. Do you mind if I take this to the group real quick, just
Yeah.
to see? All right, so if I just take the 2, it'll heal 2 of our party members fully. But Chloe, you're like heavily fucked up.
Yeah, I need to be stable.
Well, 2 will
So-
stabilize you, won't it? 'Cause you've got only 2 is
Could
severe.
I?
Well, not necessarily. So remember, stabilization and removing harm are 2 separate things. So you can stabilize someone without doing any removal of harm. And
gotcha.
yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm like looking for with Ash's role.
I'm gonna risk breaking into this hospital like for their good shit.
Well, question.
Risk
don't
the
mind.
roll, Ash.
Question,
and
if you don't mind, before we do this. Could I, because I'm okay, could I give up the medical supplies that I would be using for Chloe?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, same. Obviously, I don't have any harm, so I'd be.
Well, I'm not going to make it too crazy. Like she doesn't find anything for you because she knows that you're okay. But yeah, for Ivory's, I'll accept that.
I can also additionally try another lay on hands on Chloe, so like it's not like we don't have any other way to heal stuff.
Yeah, I'll say
Well,
that
if-
you get 1 lay on hands.
If Avery gives up his 2 medical supplies for Chloe, it'll heal her up to 1 harm out of like the 3, and then Fee will be fully healed up, and I think that'll put us pretty good.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's see that lay on hands though as well, because I'll say that the magic from lay on hands could stabilize Chloe as well as remove some of that harm.
Yeah, like that is what happens all the way to 7, if I wish. But I always need to basically take equal harm. So if I stabilize Chloe where she's unstable, I make myself unstable probably.
Ooh, okay. So,
Yeah.
I guess if I'm getting medical supplies, I don't really see the point of hurting yourself more,
yeah,
because it's going to equal
oh,
out.
actually, sorry, I'm making this too complicated. You guys are in a hospital. You can stabilize for free, and then you can have like extra stuff. Because yeah, you can get stable in a hospital. That's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then I take on her harm too. So yeah.
Okay, so it kind of just puts you right back where you were, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
So, I guess if people are cool with having 1 harm, then Avery can give up his medical supplies. With Chloe healed thanks to Fee,
That's 4 total.
I guess that 4 total for healing Chloe.
Yeah, not bad. Puts you
Thanks.
out 1, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Very nice.
And Fee, you get I think you still get 2 medical supplies. I don't know how lay on hands.
Oh,
works
this
as
was
far as,
more just like kind of
physical
role play flavor sort of thing. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So everyone's cool.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
everyone's where they're supposed to be at. So some planning though. You guys have taken a little bit of time, but you just had this like terrible attack. Someone was trying to kill Joshua. So I mean, what do you guys think about what's going on? Chelsea Reed became a ghost. What's going on? So let's RP it out.
All right. What's
so-
going on?
I
have a
could be
theory.
wrong, but aren't vampires supposed to turn dead bodies into like other vampires, not
Yes.
ghosts? Like what?
I have a
Yes.
theory.
Mm-hmm.
That's more me. That's more Shane asking the hunter. You know, he's
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
this is Ivory. Like saying, I have a theory. I don't think it's vampires.
okay.
Okay. That's that. Explain more, please. Don't just state.
Well, let me put it this way.
I could be crazy.
There were 2 investigation checks, like one as a roll and one just like a freebie. Everything's consistent with a vampire attack. And Josh did scream vampires. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm just saying this is
when-
what. Yeah.
That's what it's.
When I looked in Joshua's head, I mean, he's supposed to be like pretty good at this, right? And he thought it was vampires. So
Yeah.
like
And I found the people who set the fire at the morgue, they're not vampires. So unless
Right.
they're working for a vampire, this is staged.
It could be a undead cult revolving around a vampire. Vampires have like these. Sorry,
Bless you.
that was a cough. I'm dying
Oh.
slowly. Vampires can have kind of these cults of personalities around them, but I've never seen like one Ash doesn't know these people, but I've never heard of anything like that. At least I don't think it could be like so.
Well, you guys got a good look at these two people.
We could search around town and just ask.
Well,
they
not only
look like-
that, but I'm saying that you got a really good look. Maybe you could, I don't want to just kind of like feed you guys
Oh,
stuff.
you can use your
but-
weird boy moves.
Or,
Well,
I mean, not just weird,
Could-
but, well, this is a first adventure, so let me just put this out there. You guys saw, like, these people with very specific regalia on. So you could investigate a mystery to, like, learn more about them. Did you recognize the symbology on them? Was there something about them that trips, like, some memory? Because remember, you guys are hunters. And
Okay.
you've heard rumors, you've seen things, or all kinds of things. So you got a really good look. And so one person that was in that room, Ivory or Feliana, give me a
Okay.
roll that and explain how that roll matches the statistic or the attribute that you're using.
Weird. I'm gonna say they're spellcasters, obviously of a sort. Ivory spent time studying magic and magical iconography and things of the like. Maybe he stumbled upon something there.
Yep, that works.
Sorry. As Feliana, I would also like to remind everyone that the hunters were wearing crosses. Like the attackers in the hospital were wearing crosses,
See?
which
Vampires can't wear
does
crosses,
collide.
can they?
Those hunters were definitely human. That is what I saw when I tried to banish them. But they were connected through a bond that I have not seen before, I don't think. Some sort of shared life energy between them.
Yes. So I will give +1 to Ivory's roll. Oh, you already rolled. Okay.
I did roll, but if you want to give me a +1, it's an 11.
Yeah. So you got an 11. So you remember tales of vampire hunters, the Templars, the Knights Templar, and you think that these two may have been a part of that order.
Are we still in the room with Joshua?
Oh, I kind of assumed you guys kind of went off because the sisters are like, we've got this.
Maybe
I wanna
we're
go
in the
back.
waiting room
I'm going
of the
back.
hospital.
Going back. I go back to the room.
Sure.
Is there anything about the Knights of Templar that Chloe would know from her work with the agent?
A little bit, yes. That they are a European group of hunters, actually, but they don't really have a lot of dealings with other hunters. They're
Okay.
very independent. But let's say this:
Weren't-
they make the Bentons look like the nice guys.
Oh,
Weren't
okay.
Chelsea and Gino, weren't they from Europe?
They were.
Could be traitors to the order.
Mm.
Have I ever, since Ash is kind of an artifact hunter, like that's kind of like her primary deal that she hunts in. Has she heard about any artifacts dealing with these Templars, like that? Maybe she's stolen for them in the past. Maybe she stole from them. Anything like that?
You definitely have heard stuff about them. They specialize in weapons that take out monsters, so they're very
Alright,
dedicated.
So like very swords and shit, right? Like swords, crossbows, arrows, that kind
cross, shuriken, all kinds of stuff.
They have shurikens?
Yeah, those crosses are sharp.
Ash wants one of those cross shurikens.
We'll get you one.
So yeah, so there's something mysterious is going on here, but I think Ivory was going back, or Shane was going back to talk to the Bentons.
Ivory was going back.
All right, so yeah, you're with the Bentons. What do you say?
Can I take a look at Joshua real quick? I think we're dealing with the Knights Templar.
What? What would they have to do? Why would
I
they
want-
harm Joshua? That makes absolutely no sense.
That's why I'm taking a look at Joshua. According to our resident mind reader,
That is a great thing to tell them.
Don't reveal Shane.
I didn't say it was Shane. I just said according to our resident mind reader.
Probably not a detail to tell people.
These are Bentons.
Yeah, I got the
Exactly.
impression that the Bentons knew.
Yeah, probably.
Something
You
about
also
that.
you also sent Ivory. You also let Ivory go alone. I'm assuming. So
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah,
Yep.
it seemed like he just kind of slipped off with it while we were
Ivory-
in the planning
Ivory's
session.
not immensely personable. He can be at times, but like he's not the most subtle individual.
He's sweat on, man.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. Proceed.
He's lived in the woods for a long time. Joshua supposedly he encountered a vampire that killed the people he was working with at the time.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if perhaps that they might think he's infected with it, the vampirism thing.
Oh, when you say that, Amber perks up and she says, "I've already made sure he will not turn."
We know this then, but is there visible marking on him anywhere?
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely, he had bite marks on his neck, but
Then maybe they don't.
no. What I'm saying is that I'm just giving you kind of this detail. The Bentons are like serious business, and they'll make sure that he doesn't turn.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is they'll make sure he doesn't turn, but maybe the Knights Templar don't know that.
What's the implication
So-
that you're going for?
We're dealing with two problems. The Knights Templar and an actual vampire, like a real. We've got to figure out both.
Why did Why did the knights try to kill Joshua though? And at that, Grace speaks up and she says, "We've always had good dealings with them. They would never dare to kill one of us. That this doesn't make sense. Maybe if the other two had crossed them, but not Joshua."
Maybe the. Sorry, go ahead.
What do you know about the Knights outside of general specifics that, like,
They share
anyone can figure out from reading a book?
our ideals. They uphold the tenets of the pact, and they are unhindered by some of the softer hearts within our family.
Do they use magic?
Absolutely.
All right.
But they're quick to burn witches at the stake who are pact breakers.
Okay.
But these are good questions, though. So it's a good idea to talk to the Bentons.
Is there any history of renegades?
Yes.
Within the
People
Knights?
who turn from the Knights Templar are apostates, and they are put to the sword.
Maybe we're dealing with apostates.
Joshua's not an apostate. He's never. No,
No,
that doesn't.
Not
So.
Joshua. Maybe the people we're hunting here, the people
Oh.
maybe they're apostates.
Maybe. Okay. So actually, if you take that information to the rest of the group, you guys can definitely do an investigate mystery to learn some more about Gino and
Yeah, I
Jesse.
thank them for their time, and I go find the rest of the group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we definitely want to do an investigate. Do we each do one, or like do we just pick one person to do it?
One person. Yeah, just because otherwise then it's like 4 rerolls.
Yeah, let's see.
I would like to point. Ash has +2 sharp.
Ooh.
Just throwing it
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Chloe
I
has
would like
one,
to
so you
not
go
do it.
for it.
All right. Is it possible that someone who could help me out
I would
Mr.
say with this
DM?
one, sure, yeah. If someone else can do an assistance roll, and I'll say for this one, you can do a separate sharp that can give a +1 if you succeed.
I'll do
Shane,
that.
my boy.
Yeah.
I'll do that, considering I have this information.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
let Ivor do it.
Yeah, Ivory, you make more sense.
I only have 2d6 though, so nope. It's just you don't get the +1 though, so
Right.
it should be okay.
I fucking crit failed that one.
All right, so you
Unlock
guys
my
don't
experience.
get, yeah, you do get experience, but you don't learn more information. But you guys do have a good amount. But let's review some of the things that Gino's body is missing. You did put Chelsea to rest. There's a dog out there somewhere.
Don't forget luck, though.
Oh, there's also luck. But remember, it is a finite resource.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you use all your luck, you pretty much die, or you can die easily.
I would like to point out too that I used a luck point until the end of the mystery. My spell backlash is going to be worse,
Okay,
as per your discretion, of course. But
sounds good.
I mean, if I were to use luck, this would be a good moment to use it. To get some more kind of leads on this investigation. So luck never regenerates adventure to adventure?
So
No.
here's what happens.
one
You
back.
do have, yeah. Most people get 1 back. The mundane can get up to 4 back. But
The mundane gets a lot
it's
of luck.
what's that?
The mundane gets a ton of luck.
Yeah. So it's one of these things where it is finite. So you only have limited chances to get it back, but you'll never regain all of it back. Fate will have its way with you.
I mean, fate has its way with me to begin with. It's fine.
I can try. I
No,
Shane?
I'll use luck. I'll use a luck point. Everyone else got to use one. I didn't get to use one. I want to join with the club.
Okay.
I want in on the club, yeah.
So let's say this. Yes, you've done quite a bit of snooping and stealing, and you've heard some names, and now you start to remember that there was a bit of kerfuffle with the Knights Templar, where 2 of their members did leave over some disagreements. You're not sure what the disagreement was, but now it's starting to add up. And yes, so Chelsea and Gino were once Templars, and they left. That marked them as apostates. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to share that with the group. I will say I do have a special on the Crooked has a special on their luck point usage.
Mhm.
When I spend a luck, someone from my past will reappear in my life soon. Just letting you know
Uh-oh.
that.
Okay.
And the people I know in my life, especially from the past, are not good people. Just
All
keep
right.
that in mind. And so Ash will explain that to the rest of the group that, yeah, these guys are absolutely apostates. I remember this one time I was in Italy, and I was drinking with a Templar and trying to steal one of their shuriken crosses. It didn't turn out well. Yeah, so these guys are absolutely apostates. It's not good news at all.
So tell you what, you were having a drink with a man named Leopold, and maybe you found out some. Do you think you would have found out more information about him, or just his first name?
To be, Ash would have only known his first name. Ash
Okay.
doesn't go that far in. She kind of is like she'll chat with somebody. If she's trying to steal from him, she'll try to steal from him, kind of deal. Or if she's trying to sleep with him, she'll sleep with him and then not have any attachments. I mean, she doesn't really have a reason to.
Okay. So you'll recognize this guy when you see him again.
Okay, cool.
So if these guys were
investigate him-
apostates, and Joshua was trying to help them become Bentons, is it possible that Joshua didn't know they were apostates, and that's why the Templar are?
It's possible that none of them.
Yeah.
It's possible that nobody knew that. I mean,
Yeah,
they could
it
be.
could have absolutely been that kind of issue.
Bernadette even seemed to think that they were.
Yeah, it
Fine,
looks
and I
like that was missing. It's probably not something that people kind of put out with their new employer that they left on bad terms with their old.
Yeah, you don't really do that. You lie on your resume and
Yeah,
give the wrong
absolutely.
number.
You didn't even call the references, Bernadette. Seriously.
Yeah, Bernadette just forgot to call references, which
She dropped the
God,
ball.
every time.
The references were each
She was
other.
busy with the Thanksgiving turkey. Thank you very much. So,
So that's why maybe the Templar are trying to get Joshua. Maybe they think that he was working with them and that they were evil.
Would the Templar know that Joshua is a Benton? Like, if the family are kind of cordial, would they know the individual members?
Joshua's not,
not
a Benton.
necessarily.
Yeah, Joshua's not a Benton by blood.
Hey,
I know, but
would I be able?
Okay.
So I'm assuming with figuring out that these two were in fact apostates, that would cover one of my questions, which is probably like what happened here. Am I able to ask my second question, since I would technically have had a 12 plus using luck?
Well, yeah, as long as that's not part of the advanced version.
No. It's
Okay.
you get hold 2 on a 10 plus.
Oh yeah, sure.
So counting my what happened here is my first question. Where would Ash know where they would hide out?
Not really, unfortunately. So I can give you a freebie. You don't have to ask that question. It doesn't have to be wasted on that.
Okay. Then what about what can it do?
What can what do?
What are these people like capable of?
Oh, they're capable of big magic.
Like on a whim, big magic?
No, but just this is a very old group, and so they're very well versed in big magic.
And I'm assuming they're good physical fighters as well. Like
Yes.
They're just skilled.
Yes.
They're skilled magicians and they're skilled physical combatants.
And remember, there was big magic that was done back where Ivory detected.
Yeah. Okay, so Gash's criminal brain is tinkering up here. This looks like this was a hit designated to take out these apostates. Joshua was kind of an accident, and so they were trying to use big magic and make it look like a vampire attack, all at the same time. At least in my brain, this is how I'm thinking about it. It looks like a mob hit where they're trying to make it look like an accident. It could possibly be there's real vampires here, but I'm starting to think that this is purely a Templar issue, and that makes it our big problem. They were trying to make it so that when we came to investigate Joshua's murder, that we thought it was a vampire in the area, and we wouldn't even think about another hunter being the problem.
That's true.
I mean,
this
but
is like
how did they
two
fool
rival
Joshua?
mob families. Sorry, can you repeat that?
How did they fool Joshua? Like, is their
That's a good
magic
point.
capable of?
That is a good point.
And they had to know.
And what's up with the ghost?
They also had
Could
to
they
know.
could they have a vampire pet? I mean, with the ghost thing, it could just be. I'm not exactly sure how ghosts are made.
You don't think that the Templars would have a vampire pet per se? I mean, who knows? But what you do know is that Joshua saw what he thought was a vampire, and you also saw the vision of him being attacked, clawed hands ripping at him. So
What if
something
What if the
monstrous.
apostates were vampires? Maybe that's why they had to leave the order.
But why? Maybe Gino is the vampire.
If I may throw something in, what I would suspect is that seasoned hunters who have dealt with vampires often may or may not have a method to avoid the turn after being killed by a vampire. It would be useful in the field.
That's a good detail.
True.
We need to find Gino.
We do need to find Gino.
I have a
Because
question.
Yes.
I don't remember if it was Shane. Could one of them try to locate the dog?
Yes. How would you do that?
Oh,
I can't do that right now.
Okay.
We need a public library and a drawing of the dog.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, that's not a sound effect that I'm doing. Someone's dog is in the background right now.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Sorry.
wondering about
Hold on a
that just
second.
now because
I was like, that is a sad sounding doggo.
yeah,
It's like,
I
is the
am
dog
good
here
sound
in the hospital?
Somebody walked outside, and the dog is going crazy at the door. So give me a second.
All right.
I mean, I can tune into certain people, but I usually have to have seen them before, and I haven't. I mean, I haven't
haven't
seen the
seen-
dog.
Well, you have seen Gino's body.
I wasn't in the basement.
Oh, that's right. No, you weren't. That's right. No, that's my bad. That's my
Yeah.
bad.
I could try. It just might have more consequences than usual. I don't really know how.
I would say in this case, I don't like to do hard nose, but you kind of needed to see the body, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
understandable.
But these are all really good facts. I mean, you know, that's the whole point of a mystery. Lots of different facts. There are discrepancies here, and those are on purpose. So
I think there might be two things acting at cross of one another.
Yeah.
I think okay. So the facts of the situations are, Chelsea and Gino are apostates. Another fact is the two people that were attacking Joshua were here to get rid of the apostates.
Mm-hmm.
The Joshua feels that it was a vampire attack. Now, the human mind can be tricked.
Yep.
Just pointing that out. It's very possible that maybe he was tricked into thinking it was a vampire attack. I don't know for sure.
Well, especially
And-
if they
and-
can do big magic. I mean,
Right.
doesn't seem
And-
too far
yeah.
fetched.
Yeah, especially
And
if they can do big magic. And additionally, they were originally sent out here to find a ghost, and Chelsea was turned into a ghost.
There's also the detail of the
Also-
claw attacks from.
and as an additional detail, I just realized this now, but the hunters that attacked had a special bond between them, a magical bond. They were a man and a woman. We have Gino and Chelsea that defected together. Perhaps they are such a hunter pair with such a bond.
I don't really understand. I don't get much magic.
Is that things we know about the Knights Templar? Do they often
That is fine, Put Put.
people like that?
I mean, they deal with special people of all types. So,
Ivory, when you tried to dispel the magic at the burnt down house, didn't you say that you couldn't
It was
because part of it
keeping-
was keeping Joshua alive?
Keeping something alive.
Oh, keeping some
I
like wood.
assumed it was probably just the people inside, but it could be something else.
What?
So-
Why? Who would be wanting to keep them alive? Anyway.
Maybe Joshua was a mistake. Maybe Joshua was never meant to be a part of the original hit,
Yeah.
and
Then
he
why would
was
they
caught
come
in the
back?
crossfire.
Then why would they come back?
I think once they realized that we had started to heal him and that he was there was a possibility of regaining consciousness. Alternatively, we did run into the ghost of Joshua, so it could be they were trying to come back and prevent another supernatural creature from being. Though, the more I think about Ghost Joshua, probably still want to break the Penumbra Pact. He won't even let me post a picture on Twitter of like some weird things that I found. So I doubt even a Ghost Joshua would break the pact. So yeah, right now I think we're operating on not enough information. I think we need someone who's a witness to the crime. The only person that we have that is not available, that rolled off the back of a morgue truck somehow, would be Gino.
So I guess it's time to hit the pavement.
Yep. So Chloe had mentioned a while back about the dog. So how do you guys want to proceed on that?
Quick question to Shane. Can you talk to animals with your telepathy power?
I mean, I imagine I could get the gist of their thoughts. I don't know that I could speak with them. I could try.
I can handle that.
Okay, sweet. So we should probably put the Chloe, do you want to search for the dog? Do you want to take point in searching for the dog, or do you want to let the two people that could actually handle talking to the dog search for the dog and the rest of us search for Gino?
We could split up again. Each person takes a
Yeah.
weight.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I
we
was
can-
thinking like because we need to hit the pavement, and even if Camden's not huge, that means the people searching for Gino aren't going to be able to stick together. So we're
True.
going to want everyone to have a cell phone, have each other's numbers. We don't have to
Well,
sync
then-
each other's watches and things like that. But
Why don't we all split up then? We all hit the pavement and search for
all
the
right.
both.
Well,
Yeah.
with the yeah. Just if someone finds the dog, get in contact with Avery or Shane, just to make sure that we can.
I thought they were the ones who were looking for the dog.
I mean, if
Yeah,
they come
so we'll-
across, if some of us comes across the dog, I'm
got
not
it,
going to
okay.
ignore it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just not look, not
Right.
like
It's
that
like,
might
no,
be the
Ivory has a
bloodhound, but whatever. That's not my job. I'm only searching for Gino.
I think and I think it's the same way. I think we're all looking for both of them, so we're just gonna split up 5 waves and hit the pavement.
Yeah.
Do some light work.
Okay.
Filiana happily holds up her smartphone to show Ash that she still has it. And she knew how to use it.
Good.
I think Ash just hugs Fee. It's just Fee is nice. I like Fee. All right,
Fee- Fee hugs Bet and pats her back.
it's so difficult sometimes.
All right,
I
so let's
know.
do the dog search first. How do you guys go about doing that?
So, could Chloe potentially find a way to get back in contact with, like, the lieutenant that was at the crime scene?
Sure.
Because
yeah.
then I could maybe, like, ask, hey, were there any reports of a dog or anything like that that was here?
So you get in touch with
Okay.
him, and he says, "Oh yeah, there was someone reported some like big brown dog, went running out of the house and just went north." This is a very good question.
All right. I think we're gonna head north.
Yay.
Well, I'm heading north.
I think Ash will go to the initial scene where they picked up the bodies and follow what she thinks would be, because EMS, especially when they have patients on board, they take the quickest route to the hospital.
Mhm.
So she's going to take what she would guess be the quickest route and talk to people along her way, just like on the sidewalk and stuff like that. And just because she saw the body of Gino, she's going to describe Gino and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for my older brother," and just kind of describe Gino to them.
Okay. So yeah, hold that thought. So the people who are going north to look for the dog, who's going?
Chloe's going.
Okay.
I
So
guess
I'm
I
going to
should-
move you over to this group then.
I should
Okay.
probably go also, just because you need somebody to speak to the dog.
Yes.
Yeah, so on the right is the group looking for the dog, and on the left is the group looking for Gino's body.
I'm glad
think I'm-
nobody laughed at me saying we should get a man to speak to the dog.
No,
Well, it
that's
is
a great
Monster of the
idea.
Week, so yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would probably actually go on the other group.
Okay. All right, so dog group.
Dude, we're getting the band back together.
What do? You did get reports of a large brown dog running to the north.
So
We go
I
north.
think, yeah, we're probably gonna start at the house, and then just kind of from there, ask around if anyone has seen a large brown dog.
Okay, yeah, some people do say they're just like, yeah, he was chasing some man who was just running really fast. And actually it's just this older woman, and she's got bifocals, and she's like, well, I saw some man and he was jogging really fast. Must have been one of those Olympians, and there was a dog. I guess that dog was his pacer, and they were really booking it.
Which way were they headed? Do you know?
Oh, they were heading that way north towards the woods, the national park.
What did this man look like? Do you remember?
Oh, I think he looked like one of those goth kids, all black and black hair and pale skin.
Those Olympic goth kids.
Yeah,
Yes, those athletic goths. They're all over the place these days.
man.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Listen, he defies stereotypes, okay?
All right. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna continue on. Did
Sounds
you?
like
Oh,
we found
wait.
our
Did you say which? Like, were they heading towards anything specific or just
the
running?
national park.
Yeah, the national
Oh,
park
national park.
north.
Okay.
Yep.
So, all right. So we're gonna head up towards the national park.
Sounds like we found our vampire.
All right. So, what kind of move role that you think would help you find a dog?
Let's
Now
see.
that you've got the direction, you know that it's going towards this national park, and yeah.
Maybe investigate a mystery.
Okay. Yeah. Find tracks, or get us. Yeah. Yeah. That works.
All right. So,
And I'll say that you get a +1 for. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
oh,
+1
oh,
forward
ah,
from the clues, so you get a 10. So,
a
yeah.
10.
All right. So, yeah, you actually, and this is a sound effect.
Do we see the puppy?
You catch
Oh,
sight of Brutus, and he's got his
Oko.
nose to the ground a little bit. Then he starts barking. He keeps doing it back and forth, and he looks a little confused. And then he sees you. What do you guys do?
I'm going to slowly approach Brutus
Hmm.
and then like hold my hand out like you're supposed to do for puppies so they can smell your hand.
Oh, okay. It sounds like you're doing a
Um,
charm check.
check. Oh gosh.
While this is happening, I'm going to use magic.
Okay.
There's an ability, communicate with something that you do not share a language with.
Okay.
Mm. All right. So I am
Ooh.
not very charming.
He keeps his distance. It looks like he's about to bolt away.
That's a 14?
Whew.
Okay. Yeah, so you just it's kind of odd because it's an animal, but the sense you get is blood drinker, find the blood drinker.
Easy. Easy.
Oh, unfortunately he wasn't charmed, so Brutus is going to take off. What do you guys do? Find the blood
Follow him.
drinker. Find the blood
Yep.
drinker.
Follow
We're
him.
we're following him.
All right.
I pick up a big, semi-sharp looking stick while we're doing it.
All right, good to be prepared. So he heads for Camden Hills State Park. And yeah, you actually do see. So actually, the dog, he's going really fast and he veers away like he doesn't like you. You're not, he doesn't care about you. So he kind of runs off and you do lose sight of him. However, you see what looks like massive claw marks on the ground. And it looks like someone trying to crawl forward and can't. Couldn't get any further. That's what you see.
Hmm. Um. Could we, or could I read about a situation? Maybe?
Yeah.
All right. So I do get to use plus cool instead of sharp because I am a tactical G. So
All right.
Smart
I'm
cookie.
gonna roll with cool. Hopefully that's better.
Woo!
And oh my gosh,
It's a great roll.
beautiful.
That is a
So,
really
yeah, they what you can see is that something was trying to leave and could not get past a certain point. It could not get into the state park. You're like right at the border of the state park. It could not go any further. You can see claw marks like it's trying to claw its way past a certain point, but it could not go any further.
Can I look around bushes and or like just in the nearby area and see if I see anything like maybe it's tried to go the other way or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah, you do see blood, and it's kind of leading to where Brutus went tearing off to.
Okay, well then I'm definitely gonna head towards that way very slowly because I don't want to scare the dog again, but
following.
still going that way.
Okay, so let's get back to the other group here, and you guys are questioning people and, take me through it. So how are you trying to find Gino's body? Somehow he got separated from the group that went to the hospital.
Yeah, so the first thing is like finding if anybody saw the ambulance that had the bodies in it, um, and seeing if anything weird was happening. If anybody didn't see anything outright strange, she's like, "Hey, there's a monetary reward. I'm looking for my older brother." She's trying to basically manipulate the populace, the
Oh,
local
yeah.
populace, with money. She
Sure.
she's
Let's do
like
that.
actively pulling out hundreds from her wallet.
Okay, yeah. I like that. I give you a +1 forward, so
Okay.
that's
So
a 10.
with +1 forward, that makes it a 10.
Yeah. So someone mentions they were like, yeah, they're one of the ambulances. For some reason, they put the body into two separate ambulances, and one of them made a detour.
Huh, that's weird.
Where did the detour one go?
Oh, just down that way, and just points down this street. And how are you? These two groups, your two groups, how are you communicating with each other?
Text message.
Yeah, I'm definitely texting Ash.
We're
Or no,
we're
we have a group
actively
message.
texting each other. We have like little emojis, like little heart emojis sending to each other.
Probably like
There's one of
GPS,
like a
right?
girl. Yeah, there's like
Yeah,
I think
and
an emoji of a
GPS.
girl following a dog.
So it looks like you guys might be converging on a point. And by the way, the sun has already gone down.
All right. Well, this is
Oh
a fun
boy.
time to fight a vampire. I also do pay that guy like $1,000 for his information.
Ooh, nice.
Are those
Okay.
$1,000 real? We will never know.
I mean,
Ooh.
they're demonically summoned $1,000, but sure, it's as real as it can
Ooh.
possibly get.
Useful.
All right. So actually, the group with Brutus, he starts to whine, and he looks really disturbed, and he won't go any further. And he actually, you see him look at this warehouse, but he's scared and he runs off. And at the same time, the group.
Did I get any sense of what he was saying before he ran?
Just bad things, and hurts bad, bad hurt, and he just runs off. And
I've just got the sharp stick in my hand.
at the same time, the rest of you guys get there as well. It looks like, and you see an ambulance that has been covered with a tarp, halfway covered with a tarp. But you were looking for that, so you see it. But you are at this warehouse now, and you guys are back together.
The warehouse is like on the outskirts of the forest, or
It's kind of in an abandoned part of town.
gotcha.
Whatever you were chasing, or whatever Brutus was chasing, what he called the blood drinker, tried to leave town but could not, and then turned away. But then
Ash is
Brutus
just
led
gonna
you here.
That is the magic.
Preemptively pull out her 9mm, by the way. Just slips it out from her shoulder holster and like just cocks it kind of casually, just like just in case. It kind of just holds it behind her back.
I'll pull out my shotgun. It's shotgun time.
Where the fuck are you keeping a shotgun?
My backpack.
Oh, Shane, Shane
Shane
He's
is
got a
loaded.
big backpack.
is loaded. I fucking love you, Shane.
Oh,
No,
I
it's-
actually also have a shotgun, but that was Ivory.
You both sound the same.
The weird.
All right, so
both
how do you guys
shotguns.
approach? There's this warehouse, and you guys are outside, and
Well, we have to do it tactically, right? We're hunters. We know how to do this.
you don't
Yeah.
have
Oh, you know
to,
how to.
Not me.
but I would suggest it. Yes.
Ash also kind of doesn't know how to run things tactically. She can sneak in here, but she doesn't know how to do it like a SWAT team.
Well, I think it's fair if we just, or not fair, but we should just kind of like gather around like a window or like a door or something and kind of peek in, see if we can see anything.
Hmm.
Okay.
Everyone
Scooby-Doo
take like
style,
different
I like
spots.
Yeah.
Is the ambulance outside or inside the warehouse?
Outside.
Oh, should we
Maybe
check
we
the
should
ambulance
maybe we
Yeah,
first?
should
we should
check that
probably check
first.
the ambulance
Okay.
first.
I mean, just in case that body's just chilling in there for some reason.
I really hope there's not two dead EMTs in the back of this.
Yeah. Me too. So I guess we just
No dead
look in?
EMTs, but you don't see a body in there.
Is
Do
there
we see-
blood anywhere?
Yeah.
A little bit, yes. And when you look, it leads into the warehouse.
All right.
Do we see anything else in the ambulance of importance?
No,
No?
it's
Okay.
it's pretty empty.
This Gino's a vampire. All right, guys. We should be on very high alert here.
Yes.
Yeah. Fee, you're kind of hurt, so you stay kind of grouped in the middle of everybody. I'll take point because, I mean, I've got nothing to lose. Shane, you got a shotgun, so you roll with me. What kind of weapon does Avery have? Does he just have his? No, Avery has the shotgun. Avery, you roll with me. Shane, do you have any weapons?
Shane has also a shotgun.
All right.
Yeah, but I don't know that I would have brought it with me. Like it's my I might have left that because
Yeah, I also left my assault rifle in the car. I felt like it wouldn't be appropriate.
Hold on.
What's
I
it?
also removed from the backpack my. Let me get the name right. My .38 revolver, and I handed that to Shane. So
Okay, that's sounds good. I also have a knife,
Okay.
but
Yeah, Chloe-
Knife is not going to save you from a vampire.
yeah, fair enough.
Chloe pulls out her 9mm. She's gonna walk around with it, ready at any time.
Yeah. Chloe, do you think you want to pull up on the rear so you can make sure nothing surprises us?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let's go, weird boys and girls. Let's rock out.
All right. Give me 1 second. I just need to pause the recording for 1 moment.
There are so many people in the Roll20, I cannot. Oh no.
Yeah,
All right.
a lot of people are just hanging out in that Roll20, man. They're excited to see what we're up to.
This is what you see.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Hold on.
It's kind of kinky.
So for those that can't hear, you see what looks like a vampire with a burned cross mark on his face. Hovering near him is the ghost of Gino, who almost looks like this ethereal chain, which is keeping him in place. And you can see assembled Templars near him. And I will adjust that music just a little bit.
There we go. Zooming out. That helped.
But yeah, he is screaming in pain. He has been burned in the face. And Ash, you recognize Leopold, the Templar that you met in Italy. And they're talking. So, Alphonse, I wish that it had not come to this. But you are to meet the true death today. And the vampire responds, "You have no right! They attacked me! They would not relent! I did not go against the tenets of the Penumbral Pact! This is not right!" And yeah, so that's what you see. And it looks like they're going to put this vampire to death. What do you guys do? And he's held in place right now. This is some big magic that has happened. So a ghost of an apostate, someone that was killed by the vampire, has bound him.
I would like to actually walk over to the vampire.
Remember,
if I
they
may.
don't see you right now, so that's going to cause a reaction once you show up. I'm not saying you can't do it, but
Yeah, I am fine with that.
But also,
Um,
too, that's going to put some things into motion. So maybe add a character, talk to the team about that as well,
all
just in
right.
case.
Then I wait for like what Filiana would love to do right now would be to go and soothe the vampire. I'm telling you as players that to make the passing easier for him.
That's lovely of you, but please don't out us.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah, I think
putting
we.
yourself and all of us in danger if you do that.
Yeah. And also in character, this can be in character too. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Um,
wait,
Hmm.
Feliana, we have to see what's going on.
Yeah, we have to. All right, so Avery, I
Right.
need you figure out what kind of magic's going on here. Shane, I need you to read some minds and figure out what's going on in everybody's head. And Chloe, I just need you to hold me tight. Because this is some spooky shit.
okay. So Chloe holds him.
Yeah, I'm going to try and use telepathy to investigate Gino's mind and try and figure out what his motives are, or like, what happened between these two.
Okay.
Um, so I'll roll, I guess, investigate a mystery. But do you want me to use weird?
Yeah, it's going to have to be weird. I mean, this is Shane talking, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, so telepathy on a ghost.
Yeah. Do. Oof.
You
6 is a
don't.
failure.
Yeah, you get XP, but maybe you learned that it's really hard to read the minds of ghosts.
Good to know.
All right, for the rest of the group, what do you do? And while this is happening, like you see the exorcist and the inquisitor and they are chanting, and this vampire is in extreme pain. It's like he's trying to move but he can't because Gino has bound him in place.
Please let me soothe his pain. The poor thing is suffering so much.
Oh, they're in your way, by the way, so you would have to get through them to get to him.
Yeah, but I'm still appealing to the others.
Avery, what kind of big magic's going on here?
Yeah, I mean you could try to figure out what's what.
I think you might be away.
Yeah, you're either muted or away.
I was muted, sorry. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Like watching the ritual, trying to figure out who's the center point of holding
Uh-huh.
the
Yep.
ethereal bindings on the
Uh-huh.
vampire.
Yep.
Uh, I can tell that otherwise they're doing like an exorcism of some kind, but
Well, the name exorcist is more just that, you know,
well, they're
maybe
doing something.
yeah, Ash had recognized some of the vestments here, so she knows the terms that some of these people are called.
Your full sentences right
So
now,
yeah.
guys. For some reason you keep cutting out for me.
Oh, me,
Hello? Do you hear
Keeper?
me?
Yes.
Um,
I hear you in bits. For example, just now I only heard me.
Oh,
I,
so I'm gonna count to five. Five, four, three, two, one. Did you guys hear all the numbers?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
yeah. It
Feliana,
might
did you
be a
hear all the
connection
numbers?
issue.
Feliana, yeah, is I think leaving and reconnecting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I hope this works.
You good?
Yeah, can you hear
I
me
hope
now?
so. I can hear you now, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
I restarted the
Dead.
call.
Oh, are all those people in this warehouse?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to investigate a mystery.
Okay. So this is you trying to figure out the ritual or something else? I just want to make
The
sure.
ritual mostly.
Okay.
Nope. No idea.
No idea unless you use luck.
Can
You don't have to though.
Nah. I'm not gonna. I have a problem with spending way too much luck in campaigns, so I'm okay.
All right.
can I read a bad situation?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is that? Plus cool. Don't feel me.
All right. So, what do you want from that roll?
So I want to ask, what is my best way in, or our best way in?
I mean, just right through the door by you. They're not paying any attention right now. They're just really focused on the vampire.
And okay, what's the biggest threat?
Gosh, oh, that's a really hard one. Um, I mean, they're two, Leopold and Alphonse. Like they're both, I would
Mm-hmm.
say, like pretty serious threats. And by the way, I'll just say that he says the name too.
Okay.
So you see the last name, Lacroix.
Oh, okay. And I get one more. I get the whole three. Are we considering the vampire a victim?
Oh,
I am.
is that the question? Or
Okay, yeah. So what's the best way to protect the victim? Vic-
uh, yeah, okay. Considering the vampire is a victim, which is absolutely valid, uh, the ghost must be dealt with. The binding
Okay.
is you can actually see an ethereal chain connecting them, and it looks like the vampire is straining against that, and but can't get away from that chain.
Do you share this information with us?
Yes. So I tell the group.
I hand the shotgun to Chloe. I can handle the ghost
Okay.
if you can keep the rest of them distracted.
So what's the
I
plan here, though?
Okay.
Because
Yep.
the Templars want the vampire dead. They've sentenced him to death. They have used Gino to lock him down.
I
And
have. There's a use magic effect. Banish a spirit or curse from a person, object, or place it inhabits.
oh yeah, yeah,
I'm
that's fine.
going
But
to.
what I'm saying is that as a team, we need to make sure that you guys come to consensus on what you're
Yeah. We
actually
need to
trying
figure
to
Yeah.
out
achieve.
how we're gonna run in here. Okay.
I know Leopold. I can walk in there and I might be able to hold his attention long enough without the use of violence, because we also have to remember here, these are fellow hunters who are
Exactly.
also representatives
Mm-hmm.
of the Bentons here. Now, and
Exactly.
I know
So,
Yes.
I know that some of y'all might not really care about how like the Bentons' reputation is, but they're my primary client. I get a lot of really cool stuff from them. I don't want to
And
make them upset with me. Also,
and
Bridget
death
scares me.
and death is not a horrible thing. The poor thing could finally rest in peace. I could
I'm
just
just saying,
make
yeah.
the passing more peaceful.
And we give it
But
like a
we
proper trial and shit. But we can distract them and we take away from this. But at the same time, these are fellow hunters. We're as much as it sucks that the vampire is screaming out in pain. It's still a vampire.
so our goal isn't necessarily to save the
So,
vampire, but we still do need to figure out how to learn
We
how
need
so
Joshua
what you're
fits into
telling me
this.
is, so what you're telling me is you're willing to kill this vampire who likely has done nothing wrong, at least
Well,
according to
maybe
his
Well,
own
Well, we
well,
don't
beliefs.
know
from
what
no,
he's
what
done.
you've
we
there
need to
are
figure
heard,
out.
from what you've
These are
heard, and the Templars, they don't know that you're watching. They haven't denied it. So he said, "This is not right. They attacked me. I was defending
yeah.
myself. They would not let me go."
We don't exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We also need to know how Joshua ties in, and we need to know what happened to Joshua. So we need the vampire alive.
True.
I'm
Yeah.
just not going to lose
Mm.
any sleep over a vampire dying.
So yeah,
There's
it
a
sounds
difference
like you
here.
guys might want to talk first. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I think we
I
should
already know
definitely try and get
Leopold.
information. So Ash could potentially go in first because she does know Leopold and they have history.
All right,
and we
Yeah,
could kind of
I could roll that, and then you guys can roll up as a backup crew,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
we'll
so that
maybe we'll hide and until
Are there
something
any
pops
other?
off.
Are there any other points of entrance into the warehouse?
oh yeah, yeah, like windows, other doors, like yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. Give me a second. Mind, that was somebody closing my door. Uh, I'm going to go around, coming from a different entrance.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to
yeah.
be able to, if we decide freeing the vampires what the thing we're gonna do, I want to be able to get to that unhindered.
Okay.
Is there a way where everybody, like Fee, Chloe, Shane, everybody else outside of me, could enter where they could potentially surround the situation?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sure,
Like all
yeah.
spread out.
All right, so how about you guys all do that? I will walk in through the front entrance.
Okay. So we'll all
Everybody agree?
find. So yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
that's actually a good
Yes.
idea.
Is there a symbol? Is there a signal you want to give us for us to
I
reveal
will
ourselves?
scream out loud. You do not need to worry.
Let's
Right.
rock!
I will scream loudly and in terror.
Yes, these are not fun people, and she puts away her 9mm and puts on her coat so that it hides the firearm.
Okay.
Okay.
And Ash will, once everybody's in position and they all text that we're all clear, Ash will walk in.
All right. So yeah, I think we're all gonna kind of scatter to different entry points to kind of surround them
Okay.
in a way.
Sounds good. What are you doing here, thief?
Hey, now thief is a very strong word. I'm here on behalf of the Bentons, because I am a professional thief for them. So I just was curious why you're killing the only witness to Joshua's attempted murder. Because I've got 3 pissed off Bentons in a hospital room, and there's a possibility that some Templars might have attempted to attack him in his sleep. And I've got to investigate it. You know how it is.
What? Do you know this? Do you know this woman? Was she at the hospital? And he turns to the 2 mages, and they're like, "No, we never saw her. No."
Oh, so you are the 2 that attacked it. Oh, well, thanks. Well, thankfully, I have my wily ways of figuring how these things work, just like I found you guys here.
Bentons, what are you talking about? We are here to put to death the vampire Alphonse Lacroix. To do that, we use the apostates Chelsea Reed, Gino Cicciarone, and Jerome Wen.
Yeah, there's no Jerome Wen. That was Joseph Benton.
Joshua.
Sorry, Joshua Benton.
What?
Yes, Joseph Benton.
So he turns to the 2 and he says, You said that you would finish the Frenchman off. Wait, I thought you said that his mother was Vietnamese. There was it was Jerome.
Yeah, he's not the native peoples, by the way. He's not Vietnamese. That's kind of racist, Leopold.
So
you need to chill with that.
They actually look really confused right now, but Leopold says, "Enough! That does not matter. This vampire is to die. This is not your quarrel. We are the Knights Templar. We have the right to put this vampire to death.
And I have the right to make sure that my boy Joshua's life's not in danger from your 2 psychopaths over there. So let me question the vampire real quick, and then you can go ahead and kill him. I'm not here to tell you not to kill the vampire, Leopold. I'm just here to make sure that Joshua's not in danger, and to make sure that there's no more threats in fucking Camden, Maine, of all places."
So the vampire just, he's growling and he's in pain. And he just says, "They're using the ghost to bind me here. I cannot leave the town."
Okay. So why is he bound to Camden? Why didn't you bind him to some, podunk where nobody lives?
Because the ghost is bound here. That's just something that's a freebie.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, vampire. Did you actively slash the neck of Joshua Benton?
He refused to back down. We were trapped within there. We could not leave. They thought I did it.
Wait,
They attacked me.
What does that mean?
Oh, the 3 that attacked him. The 3 that attacked me.
So all 4 of you were stuck inside the same building, and
Yes.
you could not leave.
That was where I was hiding. They went there. I don't know how they found me, but I could not leave.
Well, obviously you're not very good at hiding. Hey, Leopold, listen, I know you're all about that judiciary kind of let's expedite the execution kind of deal. But, can I just say, as much as I admire the Templars, let's say tenacity. That's a nice word. I would really like you guys to hold off killing him just a teensy tiny bit until we can kind of figure out a couple of main issues. One, who is Jerome? Two, why did you guys... Are you guys just racist? Is that why you guys thought it was Joshua Benton? Three, why are you guys trying to kill Joshua Benton in his sleep? And four, what is why was this vampire stuck in this town? Now, I know I'm not the most threatening person here, but I do have to tell you that I am very sure that the Bentons that I messaged about 15 seconds ago are going to be coming in here soon. And we all know how good the Bentons are at killing shit.
So the two
And this
mages... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
The two mages look at each other and they just say, we never met Jerome. We thought it was Jerome. That was the information we had. And Leopold looks and says, that was the information that we were given. That those were the three that were in the town. It seems that there was a case of mistaken identity. We never meant harm to any one of the Bentons. Of all the Hunter families, they're the most esteemed with our organization.
You see,
However,
that's all good and well, but you did. That's the problem.
we will make recompense, but this vampire must die.
Yeah,
That is a separate issue.
He must die. Doesn't mean it has to be now, Leopold. You've got him bound here. What is he gonna do? Take off his own head and run away? No, he's already bound to the town. The worst thing that can happen by postponing this is making your reputation even worse and locking you Euro trash wannabe knighthood motherfuckers back in Europe. Do you want to be stuck in Europe again? Because I don't want to be stuck in Europe again. That time in Italy was terrible.
So I'm just going to go with, I mean, that was great RP, but that's also going to trigger them, so... But I like it, so I'm going to give you +1 forward. But at that, Leopold just says, enough. Kill the vampire and take her head. No witnesses. I mean, they're serious, so...
Shit. All right. Ah!
We're going into it.
Screams. It ducks behind cover.
All right. Oh, see that extra chain? That would have been a chain from Chelsea.
Ah.
Oop.
All right, but you guys are actually arrange yourselves around because you kind of had the time to do so.
I would like to mention that as Feliana rushes in, she drops her human disguise again.
Ooh, oh, the two. Actually, he would have just said, "Twins? What's wrong with you? Tell me more." So they're just called the twins. So at this point, Alphonse is just saying, "Free me! I can help you! They'll kill you all! They won't let any witnesses escape!" So
I'm taking that sword, Leopold.
all right, so I'm going to say that they do get a move first. So the mage, one of the mages, is going to use magic and just like try to zap Ash. So Ash, what do you do? It's the one closest to you. The girl.
Get the fuck out of harm's way.
Okay.
Duck into some cover.
Sure. So I'll say that this is kind of like a roll to protect yourself, and just roll it. We'll see what happens.
All right, so is it going to be plus tough?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, how about you know what? Ash doesn't mind getting shocked. Ash will try to get a shot off, like try to quick draw her pistol.
I like it.
That
Okay.
she had the
Kick
safety
some
off
ass.
of. And yeah, she's going to try to kick. I got a
Ooh.
9.
All right, so you guys harm each other. So one harm through armor. Well, magic. So if you have magic armor, it'll block it. And how much harm
Ash
do you
has
do to her?
nothing. So with a 7 plus I inflict harm. Okay, so I inflict 2 harm, close and loud, with a 9mm.
All right. It looks like she's got some magical vestments on, so not all of it goes through. All right, one of you guys can go now.
I'll step forward. And I draw the tower from my deck of cards. I hold it forward, and I'm going to attempt to banish Gino.
Okay.
That's also a good time for exorcisms.
I don't know why
Since I
keep
see
things that are
that
not.
since I see that all of my compatriots are so keen on the vampire not dying right now, once Shane, was it? Finish his action, I would like to try
Ivory.
a banishing. Ivory, okay, sorry.
They
All us-
you two sound so much the same.
All us weird boys sound the same.
How come you gotta generalize as weird boys like that, man?
Aw.
Alright,
Just-
so that works, but there's a glitch. Don't know who it's gonna affect, because there's a lot of people in this room.
So
But,
I'm going to say that you draw the ghost's attention, and as the magic is banishing him, he says, "No, no, revenge! I must have my revenge! He killed Chelsea!" And swipes at you. So we're going to say for this one, because you've got a little bit worse off right now, it's going to be 2 harm. But you do banish him. And Alphonse Lacroix is free. All right. Next
Of
up.
course, I just took a bite of something. I, as Filiana, would just like to rush over to Alphonse and put a hand on his back, just kind of like looking at him like, "You good? you okay?"
So actually, I'm
Because
just
she's-
curious, would your touch be divine? Holy?
Yes, probably.
Oh, it
No,
burns!
actually not. Actually not.
Okay.
Smite. Only if I chose smite, it would do that.
Okay.
So it doesn't quite burn, but
Okay.
my magic probably would.
So that's a role play, but what mechanically are you doing?
Mechanically, I'm currently just changing my position because Filiana as a character is currently not sure at all how to deal with the situation. She could have eased the vampire's pain if everyone was still bound on killing him. She could have banished him if he was still caught, but none of that is the case anymore. So she's just getting close to him to react to her environment better.
So he just looks at you and says, "Thank you. Thank you. Kill them all. They'll never stop. They'll never stop." And with that, he rushes at the exorcist. And there's a scream as her throat is ripped out by his claws.
Okay, can I banish him now?
You can.
Then let's go ahead and do that. Whoop.
So while this is happening, Leopold says, "We had him kill the vampire." Like he is freaking out that Ivory banished the ghost, and he's just like, everything's just going to shambles around him. So yes. Oh, so the banish. So he is just like blinked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does he go?
I don't know. Like literally, that's part of the move. I don't know.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that. So describe
crazy.
what happens though as this is occurring. So he tears this exorcist apart.
Filiana tears a gold chain out of herself again that she whips at him, and as it tightens around him, he just seems to poof away.
Ooh, I like it. So it's kind of like this chain,
Hmm.
He's screaming, "I won't be bound again! No!" And then just like fades out. He's gone. And Leopold screams because he's like, "No, we had him! Kill them all!" He's so mad. All right. Next up.
Shane is just gonna kind of like, um, I guess go after the closest Templar and just try and, he's gonna use his big whammy attack and just try and like push them, attack, kick some ass, but also like, I think his goal is to knock them down and kind of like disable them momentarily.
Okay.
So weird.
Oh no. Did you get XP?
Yes, I'll mark XP.
But it still showed like pretty obvious. And yeah, so you've got their attention. I think only Chloe hasn't gone yet, right?
Yes.
All right.
So Chloe is going to shoot at the Inquisitor.
Oh, okay. Let's see it.
Yeah. She just pulls out her gun and she shoots. And doesn't good. So
You get XP though.
yeah.
All right, so when
I
that
get XP.
happens, he actually turns. You shoot a bullet, and he puts out his Bible, and there's a sigil that occurs on it, like this really ornate cross, and the bullet flies right back at you. So 2 harm.
I have 2 armor, so do I
Ooh.
take any harm?
Great. I'm going to say it knocks you down, though.
Great.
And now we go to the next round, and at this point, Leopold, he's just moving with quite a lot of motivation because Ash is the one who screwed up his day. So he is swinging that massive sword at you, this big ass claymore.
Oh no.
And when I say he's motivated, I mean he has got some rage right now.
Can I protect Ash? Try to
You
at
can
least?
try. Well, you got knocked down, so
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Ground.
I'm gonna start shooting Leopold.
All right, let's kick some ass.
I know it's boring, but I
It's
don't
not
see
boring.
Ash having like anything else to do. But like she like is like shooting at the wizard lady, and then she sees him like out of the corner of her eye, and she goes, "Oh fuck, 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 fuck," and is just like backing up and trying to shoot him like as fast as she can.
Wow.
Negative. I got a 3, fam. Hold on, let me mark that XP and tell me how much he fucks me up.
Okay.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
So this guy, as Chloe had mentioned, he was equally as dangerous as Alphonse, and he is attacking you with, keepers aren't supposed to use the names, but I'm just going to use the name with like great force and fury. So that's 5 harm
All right.
Wow.
and really messy. This sword, it's this massive silver great sword, and
That wasn't
want it.
supposed to happen.
yeah.
I want
So move it up to the 3 and then shift into the unstable.
I want that sword.
Well, it's not just the sword; it's also him.
I know,
He's,
but still,
he's a big dude.
that's a nice sword.
You said I take 5 harm?
5 harm total, yeah. Don't forget your armor, though. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna say, yeah.
No, that's I have one. I messed up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, I have my I'm working on a laptop, so I can't push to talk and also edit things
Oh yeah, no
at
worries.
the same time.
So, yeah, he just, I mean, that was a massive cut. I mean, you were bleeding out. I mean, this is really, really bad. I mean, he's looking to just behead you right now. Next
Hey,
up.
Leopold.
Could Chloe try to crawl over to Ash because I do have medic as one of my moves.
Yeah, I mean, you
So I
can
could
get
try to
back
at
up.
least
It was,
stabilize her.
yeah, you can get back up. It was more just kind of like that detail that you couldn't
Yeah.
immediately help, but now that you can act, you can absolutely do that.
Okay. So
I want to
But
yeah.
help
but
with
I
this.
do want to put something just once again another like first episode freebie. Healing is definitely yes, that's a good idea, but it could just lead someone to being damaged again because sometimes offense is the best defense sort of thing. But
Oh, that's
Just
it is your choice.
kill Leopold!
I'm
No.
I'm
Also, this
gonna
might be a situation where we need to get out of here and deal with the consequence of the Bentons v. the Templars
Or that,
later.
yeah, like remember, not
that's
every
true.
fight
We could
has to be
Absolutely.
to
flee.
the death.
Carry my corpse out of here as I fire at fucking Leopold.
And
I'm actually going to help out with this whatever they're trying to do. I'm gonna step forward, and I'm gonna draw the Hanged Man.
Mhm.
And as I do, like there's a like a sort of series of like orange glyphs that sort of come off the card of like in like the shapes of various ropes and the translations of the word hanged in various like ancient languages.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna roll weird real quick.
Avery, don't hang me, please.
Just a little.
That's a 12.
Ooh.
As
Ooh.
these similar spectral orange ropes spring from the ground and hold Leopold in place.
All right,
nice.
so I'm gonna say
Oh.
like at this moment he's swinging right for Ash's neck, and Ash maybe has that exact expression on her face as the token, like "Oh no!" And you stop the sword an inch from her neck. He's just frozen.
It actually probably, now that I think about it, the ropes actually probably come from the card itself and are like pulling him away.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
I like the idea that even in death, Ash is still sassy.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you've bound him, but I will say this is where your caveat comes into play. This is a very powerful adversary. So to keep him at bay might need some work if you guys continue to fight, or there are lots of different options. So remember,
Yeah.
think about what your characters would do in the situation, and yeah.
Buying him some time.
Um,
Yeah,
I have an idea, but I don't know if I can go again. Right now?
We are in the next round, the second round.
Alright,
Yeah.
then Filiana would hold out her hand into the direction of Leopold, and I would like to try do a soothe by telling him, "Servant of heaven, we were never enemies. Please get a hold of yourself."
All right, he's calming down. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say
I-
that it's very you're having to really concentrate on this because this kind of
Yeah.
anger is like some super powerful stuff. But
Yeah, well,
yeah,
yeah.
I'll say this though:
But-
you guys have kind of bought yourselves some time. What do you do next?
So out of character, do you guys want to keep fighting, or should we just try and leave?
My idea was to hotwire the ambulance and book it to the hospital.
I'd argue run. Run seems like the smartest idea.
Yeah.
Maybe not the hospital. I'd argue. No, the hospital's actually pretty smart.
No,
You
we
got
have
three Bentons there.
Bentons.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I forgot we had 3 Bentons at the hospital.
They're the cavalry.
So
Would it be feasible to say that one of us got contact information from Bentons?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want you to report back to them, so absolutely.
Cool. I know what my next turn's gonna be.
Immediately tattle on the Templars to the
Immediately
Benton.
call the Bentons.
Mom, these guys are bullying me.
I mean, now that he's soothed, could we potentially just like be like, look, this, we're working for the Bentons, so your beef is with them.
I would say that the soothe is that there's so much bad blood in this situation that soothe can keep him temporarily soothed, but like this is because Feliana is actively working on his mind. I mean, it's almost like Mantis on Thanos. Like keep
Yeah,
you see what I mean? Like
It's yeah,
that
it's
makes
it's
sense.
genuinely like it is a divine thing, and I think the move is also like in the description of the move, it also says that basically my voice fills his whole perception at the moment more or less.
Mm.
So trying to talk to him additionally to me is probably really difficult.
yeah. So like right now he's not going to just like try to kill Ash, and he also is being bound by this these like spectral tarot card things. But the others, I
Ropes,
mean,
baby.
there's all kinds of stuff going on. So once again, lots of possibilities.
Go rename my moves real quick.
But as you can see, this guy is super, super dangerous.
Well, I kind of view Ash and Chloe as like the senior, more experienced hunters here. So Shane kind of like looks to you two and like she's like, shoot, what should we do? Should we run? Should we fight?
Get
What
the
should I
fuck out of
do?
here!
Yeah,
I
then
think
yeah, that's I would
Chloe
start booking it then.
Chloe's gonna
Chloe, I
go
will
like
cover the rest of y'all's escape. Fucking move.
so Chloe's gonna run over to like Ash, try to like, pick her up or like put the hand over the shoulder.
Ash is quite literally dying, and she's saying, "We'll cover your escape or run."
She's like, go. So I think, yeah, definitely the three of you should go, and we'll be right behind.
Okay, so
Cool.
at this, the twins are like, they're doing something to Leopold, that one, and they're pointing at the one that they're scared of. But so you're gonna get. They are trying to use their magic at you, Feliana. So I need you to roll and act under pressure. They're trying to break your hold on Leopold. If you're talking, your mic is off.
Sorry, I I muted my mic. I'm sorry.
Yes,
That was
stop muting.
cool, right?
What's that?
That was cool, right?
Yes.
Boop.
Ooh. Okay. They
I
do.
freaked the fuck out.
They break the hold on you. Leopold is straining, but he still has the tarot cards on him. All right.
Um, I react by shouting, "What are you doing? I am divine!"
Fee, get out of there!
You let the vampire escape!
No, that was not me.
You abomination! Well, you banished him.
I did, but I was not the one who unchained him.
Oh, wow.
I
Throw
banished
Ivory
him
under
to.
the bus. Wasn't
I
me.
mean, yeah.
Damn, divine being! I'm gonna immediately throw this other person under the bus.
Yeah. So at this point, the Inquisitor also sees you as a threat. So he is waving that Bible with the glyph in the air, and he is trying to do you harm. What do you do?
To me?
Mhm.
Let him.
Oh, okay. One harm. Ignore harm.
Yeah, and see what happens now is that as the spell hits my skin, some of it flakes off, divine light shining out from underneath it,
I'll be right back.
that then fades away into what looks like gold right under my skin. Because I have one holy armor.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
He's confused. He's like, why? Why are you helping a vampire?
I wasn't! He was about to kill you all, you madman! He already killed one of you, and I couldn't let it happen to the rest as well.
Leopold's sword is starting to cut through the tendrils that are holding it.
All right, guys, we're not playing around here anymore. Fucking move.
Yes, especially since y'all are like technically supernatural. I definitely think y'all should go because they're hunters.
They will absolutely murder you.
Yeah.
Please go, please.
Yeah.
All right,
Fee,
so
get out of
Do
there!
we? Sorry about this. Do we have an ETA on how much longer this might go? Because my family is upset that I've been a thing all day.
oh yeah, this is the last scene. So
Okay, cool.
we're just gonna have a wrap up, and that's why I asked about the hard stop.
Sorry, I didn't think I had one until they just got mad at me now because my
Oh,
family
yeah, no
very
worries.
consistent.
So we'll move forward, but don't worry, you'll get the full XP. You might miss like the very last parts, but
Okay.
let's say that you guys are running for the bus. The tarot card is still holding this guy. It's about to break. So what do you guys do with the ambulance? There are no keys.
Ash will attempt to hotwire it.
Okay, Ash, ooh, you're bleeding out while you're doing this, so it's a -1.
Is fine. Would it be act under pressure?
Yeah. Woo!
I got a 9.
Whew, okay.
Smooth. Okay.
Neat.
And
It's like this one time in Toledo. I'll tell you about it later.
oh, you got a 9. Okay, so it
like
works,
this one
but
time
you
in
pass
Toledo.
out, but that's fine. You guys get in the ambulance. You can hear the screaming, "Don't let them go!" And the twins jump out. They start firing like magic missiles and everything, but it's just like ping, ping, ping on the ambulance, and you guys head back to the hospital.
Shane like hangs out of the back of the ambulance and he's like using his telekinesis to try and deflect the magic.
Oh, you totally are. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, maybe even
Chloe's
knock.
driving.
Yeah, you
I am
knock one of
calling.
them down.
I am calling the Bentons as we do this.
All right. So, yeah, what do you say to the Bentons as you?
So things got significantly more complicated than. Uh, the Knights Templar thought Joshua was somebody else entirely. They are trying to kill a vampire that claimed he did not break the Penumbral Pact at all.
Oh, wait. So, are you going to report all of that? Think about what you guys are going to say. So, you can, but
I'm speaking until somebody stops me right now.
Okay.
We let him out. I banished the chain. I figured he would help us solve the Templar issue, and then we would speak to him afterwards and decide for ourselves. And then Feliana
he
banished
rampaged.
him, and then
Well, let me put it this way. So, you may have been
guy
a
named
person in the
Leopold.
woods, but at the same time, you're a hunter. This wouldn't have been your first hunt. You would know some consequences of your action. So, one thing is that you're basically telling them that you helped the vampire that nearly killed Joshua get away.
In that case, I probably would not tell them.
Do you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's a pretty
Maybe we
big
should
detail.
leave that part out.
Yeah.
Just kind of sum it up. Like,
Yeah.
we could tell them they mistook him for someone named Jerome,
Mhm.
and
that they attacked us when we offered peace.
yes,
And the original attacker was a vampire called Alphonse Lacroix.
What?
But they couldn't find him.
Alphonse Lacroix.
I know.
So they're like those soft-hearted Lacroix. I had heard rumors that they had a relative that they never put to the stake, but thank you. And actually, Joshua's awake, and he's kind of sedated. Hey, everybody.
Oh, Feliana rushes right over to him to take his hand and just like look at him like, oh, thank goodness.
So he's kind of looking at you, and he's got a lot of morphine, so maybe you see just the hint of a smile, but he actually lets you like hold his hand. You're shiny.
Am I currently in the
you're
ER?
shining.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think we
what
should get
happened?
Ash some help.
I don't think the
yeah.
hospital would let you walk a bloody woman into the hospital and take her to a different person. I think they would take
She's like,
me
no,
away.
we're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ash is in the ER right now, so they're taking care of Ash. So.
Ash does have insurance. It's under her fake name of Tabitha McCarthy, and she's a 97-year-old woman under that, but still she does have insurance.
Nice. All right, so, but the rest of you are with the Bentons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking to the other Bentons, the one who is not doped up on morphine.
Mhm.
I would be wary of the Knights Templar for a while.
Oh, we will have a word with them. Believe me. That
Drop the name Leopold when you do. He's
Leopold
problem.
was here?
Yeah.
What?
It was him who attacked us.
He's one of the highest ranking Templars. What in the world is going on here? So they actually look really concerned now that, ooh,
So
okay.
out of character, really quickly, should we tell them about the that Gino and Chelsea were what were they
Apostates, yeah.
apostates? Should we mention that to them, especially since it seemed like they were trying to possibly recruit and work for the Bentons?
I think it's safe to. I don't think that's incriminating evidence against us,
Yeah.
so I think that'd be safe to share with them. I think we need to be as honest as possible, with the exception of Avery releasing the vampire.
Okay. So then Chloe is
Celia.
also going to kind of mention that she'll be like, so Bernadette told us that you were trying to recruit Chelsea and Gino, but from what we learned, they were apostates from the Knight of Templar.
And there was a third one that they mistook Joshua for.
All right, this is good to know. So it's a case of mistaken identity and Joshua.
And a little bit of racism.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aside,
It's actually kind of significant racism.
Very significant.
aside from that, I should probably mention that when the vampire broke free and I tried to protect them.
Oh, but you guys
from
didn't
him.
tell about the vampire, did you?
Yeah.
We did
mentioned
tell
the
them
vampire.
that a vampire
Oh,
exists.
right.
No.
Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the vampire broke free and they may have blamed us for it. I tried to protect them when the creature lashed out, but I think they mistook that as an attempt to help. Maybe you can still negotiate peace again? I would absolutely be willing to accompany you to any negotiations you strike up.
That would be good, but
Lacroix are another hunter family, correct?
they are. Yeah, they are. They're a more lenient hunter family. Much more
Nah.
lenient than the
I
Bentons.
I'm speaking of the Bentons.
Yeah, so, all right. We will definitely be having words with the Templars. But I have a feeling they won't be quite as upfront with us as you have. But we'll get to the bottom of this. And we'll need to find out who was the third person.
It was
Jerome.
Jerome.
All right, so with that, any other questions before we close it up?
Negative.
Nope.
All right,
do I
you
get
guys
to-
did a
how
great
do I
job,
get
though.
How do
So,
I get to? I have a question.
yeah.
How do I get to New Orleans from here?
Oh, just
No, I'm joking.
Drive south.
I'm joking.
yeah.
Yeah, drive. Yeah, you take the 95
All the way south.
down.
All the way.
Keep going.
You go all the way
Once you
down.
Once you hit Florida, just start going west.
All right, good job, guys. Good stuff.
Yay.
Experience. The little song in the background, the end theme.
Aw.
Nice. I
Did we
like it.
conclude the current mystery? Yes.
You did.
Hey, I did save someone from certain death.
You did.
Yeah.
Yay!
We
Yes,
learned a lot. The Knights Templar exist.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah. And
You
you
learned something new and important.
about one of the hunters.
Yeah, Ash. We learned that she's buddies, or not anymore buddies, with Leopold, and probably stole something from him.
Yes.
Yeah, we learned that Ash goes more like into it with some of the family. Thought
we
maybe.
learned. We learned. Ivory is terrified of Filiana.
We learned that Filiana is fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
We also
She
learned
will-
that she is very, very, very kind.
Very
I do
kind
have
and
to
will
go
rush
now.
and will
It
endanger
was a lot
herself.
of fun. I will catch you guys later.
Yep.
All right,
So,
All right,
bye.
bye.
Have fun.
Thanks for playing.
Bye.
Yeah.
yeah, so you guys definitely earned 2 experience each on top of the experience from learning from your mistakes. So really
Nice.
great job. And yeah, you guys did wonderfully. And Chelsea would have also been on the scene had she not been put to rest.
Well, I'm glad we put her to rest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing
You
is,
did a
like
good
those
job.
that could have been really bad having the ghosts after you
Two.
and also without having Alphonse free. But it could have gone a lot of ways. I absolutely would have let you guys kill Alphonse if you wanted to. So,
Yeah.
you know,
But
that,
then the Lacroix would probably have been our next enemy, so that is pretty cool. It's like, yeah.
We're in a complex situation. Also,
We're playing
Ash,
politics.
Ash
Yeah.
would love to go to those peace meetings with the Benton's as a neutral third party.
but would you be
Filiana is
neutral?
going.
Because Leopold would probably react pretty negatively to you being there.
Yeah,
That would be the whole
Filiana.
reason she wants to go. Is just to
Fil-
rub it in Leopold's
Ah,
face.
Jeez, Filiana would just gently try to persuade her not to go because, Ash, I am trying to genuinely appease this man, and I feel like there's a lot
I
of
want
bad
that
blood.
sword.
I'm-
Look, if I don't get that sword in a peace conference, I am taking that sword.
Yep, we'll
But
see.
We have to
maybe you
rescue
should do
Ash
that on
from
your
Italy.
own time.
So, as someone had mentioned, definitely a lot of politics involved, and still some pieces missing there. That third apostate that Joshua was mistaken for. So it sounds like someone or the Templars had bad information. So who knows? Maybe someone trying to
it
start
sounds
some.
like
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no. I was agreeing with you. It sounds like somebody was trying to do mistaken identity on Benton's. I think my mob analysis that I made earlier, I think the exact formula was mistaken, but I think overall it's a pretty accurate
Oh, it was great. It was great.
metaphor.
Yeah.
So now the question is, was that done purposely or was it done out of like ignorance?
Yeah, it's a good
Also,
question.
so
be-
thanks for letting me
to be
monologue against
answered.
Leopold.
No,
No,
that
that's
was
what we're
awesome. That
here
was
for.
That
like
was
the
great.
highlight.
It
Yeah.
Of
was
the
a
episode.
great scene, honestly.
was.
Just, I love how Ash just, hey, we're all buddies. Leopold is like, no, we really aren't. And Ash is like, yeah, we are. I decided, so therefore.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm correct.
And
don't
I
made a
don't.
ghost cry. Like
I don't
she's like,
always-
you sucked in life.
Yeah, I don't always push on roleplay like that, but it kind of made sense. Like when Ash dipped into that like Eurotrash thing, I'm like, oh man,
Yep.
this is where these guys are gonna do the hard move. So, but it
Yeah,
worked.
well,
so
yeah, with Ash, that's always a thing. Is her she's very notedly kind of suicidal with some of the shit she says. But
Hey,
I'm
she
very
only
glad
has
it
one
ended up
year.
with a hard move. She only has 1 year to live, so she's pretty open.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that whole Eurotrash comment, I was like, I really want to piss off Leopold because he's pissing me off. I was like, what's the best way to piss off Europeans? Call them Eurotrash.
What's the best way to basically say fuck you in particular without using those exact words?
Yep. And she nailed it.
So
It's
once
very
again,
fun.
great job role playing. And in 2 weeks, we'll have the next adventure. I've switched some things around, but it will be Siren Song. So you guys are in New England, and you will be going up back into Canada, around the maritime Canadian provinces. So yeah, join us
And will you
in
have
2 weeks.
the new doodle?
I'll have it
put
up
out
tomorrow. Yeah, I try not to do
Awesome.
it right after the game because I want to make it fair for the community. So I generally put it up, and also I need to check my schedule too, just to make sure I put in the right dates and times. But yeah, join us next time on the Penumbral Pact. See you later.
Take
Bye.
care.